It's finally here. Radio Runt says it better be good. Show better be good. It's a virtual show, bro. It's always. Oh shit! Wait, is it? It's not the virtual show. Virtual show. I just was looking at the thing. It says rest in peace. Virtual show is dead. Oh, hold on. God damn it! So I guess there's no now. Let's do your intro again because there's no sound on you guys.
No sound. Well, there is there now?
There is. I don't know why. We just looked at it in the opening scene. It was fine, right? We're good.
Okay.
Whoop.
All right. Well, welcome to the show, friends. I'm your host, Wes. With me, as always, my good friend Eric.
What's up, guys?
And my good friend Ruuts. Ruuts, days, weeks, months we've been waiting on this episode to come, and it's finally here.
It's finally here, and we're putting the jank behind, like no more audio issues like that in the beginning. But I'll tell you what, I was just looking at the thumbnail, and I see that there's no virtual show anymore. Feeling a little bit rest in peacey. I don't know what that means.
First of all, jank, audio jank is a hallmark of our channel, and it is not going anywhere. So those of you out there that are worried that we're going to completely flip the formula on its head, don't worry about that, bro. Audio jank, late starts, going
Galore.
to remain as part of our part of the backbone of our channel. But for those of you who are newer to the channel, maybe you have started following us over the last few months, you might not know the history of the virtual show. And the virtual show always was kind of a placeholder. When we went to a 2-man team, I guess it was late 2019, early 2020. We had a show on Monday called the Monday Show, and we spent over a year branding that show and building a little following for it. But then my schedule changed, and we couldn't do Mondays anymore, and we didn't know what to do. So we just kind of kept floating along, just calling it Virtual Show, because we knew that name would give us a little flexibility with when we could go on the air with it. Because used to we were running Monday shows on Tuesday and on Thursday, and it was kind of weird having the Monday show on Thursday, but it worked. But we kind of put it out to the viewers at that point. What should we call the show? And we got a few suggestions, and one of the suggestions, I think it was Radio Rent, wasn't it, Ruuts?
Yeah.
Radio Rent came up with Strangers in the Night, and we liked it then, but we knew even then that this day was coming. And what this day signifies is a shift in direction for us. We're coming out of early access, if you will. And tonight, that's not going to mean a lot. Tonight's going to be a very familiar show for anyone who's been watching us over the past few months. We're doing Game of the Month. Now, it is going to be a little different because we're going to have a ton of giveaways. We're giving away some In Death. We're giving away a Viveport subscription, and an unannounced giveaway. We're giving away a couple copies of Synth Riders tonight too. Open platform, so anyone can enter. It doesn't matter what platform you're playing on. If you win a copy of Synth Riders, you just tell us which platform you want it on, and we'll get the key for you. Outside of that, substance wise, tonight's episode is going to be pretty standard. Now, with that said, that doesn't mean that the changes are only cosmetic. We're rolling out some of the cosmetic stuff here tonight, but going forward, as early as next week, you're going to start to see new ideas being integrated into the show with regards to content. And I promise you guys, you're going to love it. We've got ideas for things that, as far as I know, have never been done before in our space. So looking forward to getting to some of the more substantive new ideas that we have. But I'm excited enough tonight, guys, just to be rolling out some of the new cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, me too, actually. I'm very excited. And I'm excited to see Gamertag here. Perfect timing. Gamertag wouldn't have wanted to not Unless PD was here, then it'd be perfect because you both need to be here for the unveiling, so to speak, I guess, right?
Well, since we've got GT here, since we've got a nice little crew in the chat, why don't we go ahead and unveil the cosmetics? We have a new look. It's not just a new name for Strangers in the Night. It's a new look as well. So the intro you guys just watched coming in is the last time you should ever see that intro.
Yes.
Starting next Wednesday, the intro should look a little something like this. Oh, boom.
Boom.
Guys, it's a little bit shiny. A little bit shiny.
I like the shiny.
Yeah, I love shiny things.
Ruuts, I always say in these VR games that I'm a cheap date. It doesn't take much for these developers to win me over. All they have to do is either give me a little bit of particle effects or a little bit of bloom, and I'm happy. And we got bloom for days with this aesthetic.
Yeah, I like different stuff, man. And it's like you said, it was bittersweet putting it to death, but that was like literally the last bit of anybody but us, because Alex designed that whole design. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that was like, this is all fresh. You know what I mean? Fresh. We got a fresh look. We got a fresh announcement on a permanent addition to the show, right?
Yeah, and exactly, that's right. And before we get there, I just want to say thank you to the birthday girl, Dark Angel, coming through with the 650
Wow.
support, saying
Yeah.
so fresh and clean. Thank you, Dark Angel, and happy
Yeah.
birthday once again.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you, Dark. Really appreciate that.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Happy birthday, Dark Angel.
Brandon C says hello from Austin, Texas, and to you, sir, I say, let's go.
I love Austin. I bet I heard Austin is an amazing place, but the last like 4 or 5 years, it's turning into, they call it Little San Francisco. Is that true? Brandon C. Let me know in the chat if that's true or not, because
It doesn't sound as good as what I thought it would.
I don't want anything from San Francisco anymore, man. Used to be awesome state, California.
Rice-A-Roni, that's about the only thing I want from San Francisco.
Anyway, so new aesthetics, obviously, for this show. Also, new segments. Again, starting next week, we're going to kind of start to show you guys just a little bit of what we have in mind with regards to new content. In addition to that, I'm sure anyone who watches our shows religiously every week has noticed over the past few months, but we've been waiting for tonight's episode to make it official. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. Our friend Eric here has been working with us every Wednesday for a few months now, but not just that, he's been working with us every day on a lot that you guys don't see. It's been a big help having Eric. He's been helping a lot with show preparation. He's been helping a lot with developer relations, and I'm very glad to announce right now that Eric Masher is a permanent co-host on the Wednesday show on Strangers of the Night. So what you guys have been enjoying for the past few weeks, you can expect to keep enjoying that. Eric, let me make it official. Welcome to the team.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. This was such a big deal because you got two guys like you who made things work so well, especially after you went on your own and, went from 4 to 2, and to let somebody else in, it's not easy, right? I mean, you got a good thing going. You don't want to mess anything up. It's tough to make sure you're going to make things work. And you guys were super cool to me and let me in and invited me to do this. And, I just want to say thank you to you guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you. And you're right. You wouldn't think that it would be easy, but when you came in and we started bringing you into guest hosts, it was easy, and that was kind of the what made it for us. Like you're making not only making the channel better, but you're making my job a whole lot easier. So it was kind of a no brainer for me, and I'm sure Roots feels the same way.
Yeah, well, it's not often that you meet somebody that, when you first meet him, you feel like you've already known him for a while, I felt that way with Wes. I definitely felt that way with you as well. And so it's like, that's why we mesh so well. It's, I look forward to hanging out and talking about VR with my friends, you know what I mean? So, I think that's what makes the show good.
Yeah, it
Hell
was
yeah.
almost exactly a year ago that I first heard Eric's voice. He was new to our community and one of our first patrons. And as you guys know, when we do the year-end awards, the patrons get to sit in on the meeting that we have in big screen to help pick the winners. And Eric was the one guy who was there from start to finish, and from there on, it's just been a good year. Just for the record, guys, it's not just that Eric's joining the channel as a co-host. He, as many of you know, is the founder of the Quest 2 community over on Facebook. There should be a link down in the description. I don't remember if it's in my copy and paste stuff yet or not, but it's going to be if it isn't. Anyway, we're partnering. Our community and his community are kind of one and the same now. So it's all going to be one big operation going forward. And I mean, I see nothing but good things coming out of that as well.
Yeah, super exciting times coming. I think there's just so much going on. I mean, you guys had so much planned already, even before I even came in, and the amount of work that you guys put into this stuff is crazy. It's just, I mean, I know Wes and Roots have both been working on this behind the scenes for a long time. Even before I was privy to the background information, and and just seeing some of the things that went, that's happened, and Wes will probably tell you about some things that will happen to him, and things that had to get changed up at the last minute. But yeah, it's just like it's a scramble, but it's like a happy scramble. It's exciting times, and I'm super proud to be here and to be with you guys, and to always be hanging out with the community.
And Wes,
Yeah.
when you were off air before we started, actually, I guess it was when you were getting set up and you hadn't put your headphones on. Eric was commenting on your shirt, and he was saying he wants to do a swaparoo. He wants to mail you that Saint
Yeah.
Sinner shirt, and he really wants the Swarm shirt.
I do.
Well, I actually I got this from their shop that's on their Discord. It might still be open. I don't know. But I mean, I'll get you one, man. If it's still available, I'll get you one.
Heck yeah, I want
Wow,
one of those.
Brandon coming through. I was just getting ready to thank him for the $20 donation where he says, "Y'all are the damn best." Yes, it's true. Austin has gone haywire with prices, but thankfully I do well. He must be doing well because he came right back with a $50 donation saying, trying to get a hundo and have it to break up. Use it for games to give away or a not so expensive piece of gear for the crew. I know y'all sacrificed a lot to put the shows on, more than us, the audience, can understand. And then another 20 says this makes
Wow,
90.
dude.
So,
Well,
dude, that is awesome. Thank you so much.
yeah, I really
And
appreciate that.
thank you, Woolly. Woolly also came through with a $3 donation. He says, "Congrats on the upgrade. Super cool." Well, guys, you don't know the half of it. I mean, this is snazzy looking and all, and what Eric says is true. We've been planning on doing this, uh, Eric, literally for longer than you've been in our community. We've been planning on doing this, and it's been a long road. What you said's true. Um, there are some stories to tell, but I promised Patreon first, so we're gonna wait till Sunday to get into that stuff. Talk about some of the complications we've had getting to this point. But what I will talk about, as I thank Ray Pope for jumping on the train. He says all aboard with the $20 Australian. Thank you. And then Brandon makes it a cool 100 hearts. Thank you so much, guys. That's
Oh yeah.
so awesome. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's go, Brandon.
No, yeah, you guys are awesome, man.
Appreciate it.
Damn, crazy. You guys are choking me up here. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Well, you know what's funny
um,
is this all feeds back. And this all feeds back. All that money you just threw in the pot is all going to come back around again because we have more plans. Wes, actually, I guess you and Mash were talking about some ideas. Wes was telling me, I was like, man, those are really good ideas. So we got more coming, and then also we've talked about upgrading cameras, mics, all sorts of stuff down the road. You know, it'll be a while before we get to that point. But every bit of it
yeah,
that you guys donate, everything goes back into the channel. So we really appreciate it.
yeah, we haven't taken a dime out of this that hasn't went back into the channel. The most personal thing that we bought out of the whole deal are games. Like when we can't get a review key for some of the larger releases, we'll dip into it to buy one and share. Anyway, everything that you're going to see roll out over the next few weeks is on your guys' dime. So again, can't thank you enough for the support and every penny that you put in going forward, much like every penny that you've donated up until now, will be rolled right back into it. Now, with that said, um, this is just step one of many. This is something that we're building up to. It's kind of a soft rollout. Not everything that we've been working on is finished yet, and we're going to continue adding to it. But again, not just cosmetic, the changes here. We have new content, not only new segments for the shows, um, new content. We have a new series planned, and I'm going to tell you guys more about that on Sunday. But you guys are going to really dig the new series we've got. It won't be a weekly thing. It'll be more of a special episode here and there. But again, something that I don't feel like has been done in our space yet, and you guys are really going to dig what we've got in store for you. In addition to that, throughout the week between this show and Sunday show, you're going to start to notice things. You're going to notice that the Virtual Strangers YouTube page changing what it looks like and a whole new layout for our homepage on YouTube. You're going to notice new social media accounts coming up. So there will be Virtual Strangers Twitter, Virtual Strangers Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff is going to be put up. And then Sunday, we're going to roll back around to the flagship, to the Virtual Strangers show. And there's going to be a whole new look for that. We have a brand new logo for the channel. We have new intros and stuff. I'm working on an outro for both this show and the Sunday show. That's not quite done yet, so it might be next week before we roll in the outro. But again, over the next few weeks, show by show by show, we're going to continue to build on what's starting right here, right now. Thank you, Rob S, for the $5 donation. He says, "Cheers, dudes." Well, cheers to you, sir.
He also said TikTok question mark. Yeah, we don't have a
Hey,
TikTok. We have not
yeah.
thought of a
Hey,
TikTok, but
TikTok.
15-second TikTok shorts. Actually, I've thought about shorts. Even maybe
We could do.
what?
We could do
Well,
3 of us doing dances or something like that.
Oh
TikTok,
yeah,
right?
I think that dude, I think everybody wants to see that. But you know what I think would actually be good, and maybe not in TikTok, but just like I said, a couple minute shorts, 2-3 minute short, brief. Wes and I talked about that many times. Maybe we can start doing that as well.
Brandon C says, "When's the IPO? I'm trying to invest." Well, I don't know about that, but what I do know about is we are going to start
Strangers coin.
sharing.
Oh.
We're going to start sharing some of the stuff that some of the benefits that have to this point been exclusive to the Patreon with some people who donate in other ways. People who donate on YouTube, people who donate directly to the PayPal. And what we're going to do, and don't get me wrong, there are still going to be benefits to making that monthly commitment on Patreon. But we are going to start sharing with everyone who donates, because everyone deserves to get something for their contribution. So what we're going to do sometime in the next week, we're going to put up a channel in the Discord, a locked channel, a private channel for those people who do contribute, called the Money Channel, fittingly enough. And we're going to start posting content on there for you guys.
Channel
Whether it
already
be inside,
exists.
right. Oh, is it already on there?
It's already
Great,
on there. It's
great.
just locked with nothing in. bare
All
bones.
right, so we're going to start granting permissions for that. So if you're someone who donates on YouTube or straight to the PayPal, your handle might not always line up. So shoot us a direct message on Discord saying, "Hey, I'm so and so from YouTube, and we'll get you access to the money channel, and we'll start sharing some stuff with you guys on there as well for being the OGs and the MVPs." And again, thank you guys for allowing us to do this. I'm so excited for the next few weeks, and I can't wait till we get to roll the new content out. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just commenting in the chat that Mark Zuckerberg entered the chat, literally joined Mash's Oculus Quest 2 group last night. And there's a lot of discussion of whether he really was his real account or not, which you can see it's verified. It's got a check mark on it. But Mash went to go see which moderator let him in the group and didn't tell Mash that he was in the group. Nobody let him in the group, bro. Nobody needs to let Mark Zuckerberg in a Facebook group. Or sorry, let me correct that, Meta group. He let himself in the group, and we appreciate you being here, Mark. Thank you.
Yeah, Zuck's got the key to the back door.
Yeah, you don't let him in the group. He lets you in the group.
Yeah, we appreciate you letting us have the group. That was very nice of
you. Yeah. Long live Meta. Everyone, long live Meta.
Yeah.
He completely foobarred my day. I my first day back to work from after 9 days of vacation, so I had a million things I had to do today. And between him, Zuckerberg, and this Simon dude, completely foobarred my entire day. I got 0 done.
Dude,
0.
Think about this. Because people were tagging Zuck. Zuck, he was actually on there posting or commenting and stuff and liking stuff. And they were tagging him. They were memeing him. There was barbecue sauce memes everywhere. It was out of control. And then this other dude, this guy Simon, he took a post of his. He said, "Hey, I got the picture of this. I'm going to get the thing. I got Oculus Quest." And then he took a couple, like one in his bathroom, right? And now it's like it was all over everywhere. So crazy.
So
he was on the Death Star, dude. He was on the Death Star.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Anyway, while we're continuing to say hello and talk back and forth with our friends in chat, I'll let you guys pick out some comments and talk on it while I prepare to give away a 3-month subscription to Viveport Infinity. And
hell yeah,
I need to assign people some numbers here, so I can't be watching the chat, but you guys let me know what people are saying, and we'll just rip off that for a few minutes.
I gotcha. Well, Wolveraza said he had a visceral reaction, but as long it's not that big a deal. So, it's a mixed bag. Not a lot of people were too thrilled about Zuck being in the group, right? I think it's fitting.
People
dude.
don't realize what this. I mean, for all of Facebook's evils, I mean, let's be honest. They have accelerated the advancement of VR, and a lot of people believe they have saved it from certain death. That it was facing a few years back. For a lot of their evils, we that we do recognize. I mean, we owe that guy a lot as well.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy to have my Quest 2, either way. So I don't think we'd be where we were at without the Facebook picking up Oculus.
Yeah, it's a bit of a difficult pill to swallow, right? I mean, you hate some of the stuff that they do, but you love what they give you. You know what I mean? So it's like, what do? You be the selfish and say, I like what they do, or I like what I get from them, but I don't know. For me, I use Facebook as a tool. I think when you use Facebook as a crutch, that's when you get yourself in trouble. Use it as a tool to use as you need, and then you don't have to worry about getting yourself in any trouble.
Right. That's true.
Let me allow me to lend a little perspective here with regards to what was once Facebook but is now Meta. We kind of alluded last week to, we said that people expected Facebook to swallow up Oculus, but it turned out to be the other way around, that Oculus swallowed up Facebook. And I don't think that that's any more evident than it is right now. And people were saying, how could you say that? Oculus isn't even going to be a brand anymore. It's going away. Everything's going to be rebranded to Meta. Well, everything's not going to be rebranded to Meta. Instagram's not being rebranded to Meta. Facebook's not being rebranded. WhatsApp's not being rebranded. The only thing that's being rebranded is Oculus. And that should tell you guys everything that you need to know. It means that what was once a social media company is now a VR company. Facebook didn't eat Oculus. Oculus ate Facebook.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Mr. Tassoff throwing down another 20 onto the tip train. Keep the fun and info going. Net zero for the win and share. Looking forward to the future. Well, I'm looking forward
Thanks.
to trying your pick thing someday, man. You know, the thing I love about you, Jason, is the fact that you jump on ideas and innovate quick, and you're looking to fill that void for what people need, man. That's how inventions happen, dude. Like, you're looking for what people are looking for already, right? So you got a good future ahead of you, bro. I like
He's
your stuff.
on it for sure, man. We did our impressions of Unplugged last week, and I mean, by the time the second day rolled around, he was through like 3 different prototypes or something like that, and settled on a final version.
Yeah.
got it
Oprah
right
has
here.
entered the chat. Oh, Oprah hasn't. Do you want Oprah to enter the chat? Here she is. Yeah, there's Oprah.
I love
She's
Oprah.
ready to give some shit away tonight. Not quite
And you know
yet, though.
what,
You need
guys?
to.
I was kind of saving it for the headlines on Sunday, but did you guys hear about Oprah and the Oculus Quest?
No.
You know, so every year Oprah does Oprah's favorite things, where she gives out this list of gift recommendations for Christmas. Well, one of Oprah's favorite things this year is Oculus Quest 2.
Wow. I'll tell you what. I guarantee her and Zuck have thrown back a beer before. You know what I mean? Like upper echelons. Upper echelon. No, upper echelons? I don't know.
Yep. Look at her. She's pointing right now. And you get a quest. And you get a quest.
Yeah.
And you get a quest.
Everybody gets a quest.
Well, how many times that meme has been made since that news came out, like 3 days ago?
I don't know, but
Like,
Scion VR, I want to know, are you getting a Quest 2 now, bro? I know you're going to wait for the index, but come on, man. Zuck wants you in, dude. He's beckoning you. Just come on,
I'm gonna
Scion.
get a G2. We set up last night for 4 hours playing the Solus project, and it was just beautiful in the G2.
Nice.
It was a good time.
How'd you like it? Did you like the game?
Yeah, man, I liked it more than I thought I would, actually. You know, I always kind of thought of Solus Project as this, you know, mainly a survival game. But the reason why people liked it was because of the exploration and the cool weather effects. But what I wasn't really banking on was how cool the story was going to be. The story in Solus Project is really cool.
Well, I didn't get that far into it. I got I got decent amount, but
I've never played it. I want to try it. Sion's been trying to get me to play it. I'm going to do it now. I watched a little bit of Wes's stream last night, and it looked really cool.
well, this is the good news. It's on my Steam library that Scion paid for it, so now he's getting his money's worth. He's getting the whole crew to play that game.
Hell yeah! There you go.
Yeah, it was that copy. It was what I played last night, actually. And you know, he caught me at the right time. I was impressionable. I didn't know what I was going to play yesterday. Coming out of October, it was just like, do I keep going with the horror games or what? I was thinking about maybe going back to Hitman, because that's what I was playing when October got here. But Scion caught me at the right time. Said, do either Into the Radius or Solus Project. And Into the Radius is getting ready to put out version 2.0, much like the Virtual Strangers channel here. So I wanted to wait. Until Into the Radius does 2.0, and then we'll jump back in for that one.
Dark Angel says she's betting that Oprah is the wizard, the slow ass wizard in Demio. Very possible. Can you imagine? And I'm just saying, imagine this, because it could happen. Okay, you're going to a Demio game and you're just by yourself, and in the game is Oprah, Mark Zuckerberg, and Simon. And you're like, oh my God, Simon! Oh my God, dude! Like Simon,
Nobody cares about
yeah,
Zuck
nobody cares about
or
Oprah or Zuck. They care about
Oprah.
Simon because his leather jacket, dude, and his motorcycle. It was really cool.
Really quickly, if Mr. Tasselhoff is still in the chat, did you want to enter the Viveport Infinity giveaway? This is the only comment on that video that doesn't say, I want to enter the giveaway. Sometimes people think when I say just subscribe and comment that it doesn't really matter what they say in the comments. So I wanted to, before we draw, I want to know, Taz, did you intend to enter the giveaway? And if so, we will assign a number to you.
And there's a chink in Scion's armor. He just said Drillo just passed out, by the way. He just said getting a Quest 2 is no longer impossible, but unlikely. So you're saying there's a chance.
There's a chance.
Are
Well,
you
that's what I was
saying
gonna
there's a
say.
chance?
You got a very a lover of VR. Got the Rift CV1, still rocking the CV1. I'm putting a call out to our friend Mark Zuckerberg. Please, can you send Scion VR one? And we're not ambassadors yet. We'd love to be ambassadors as well. You could send Scion one. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that would be cool. Taz says all good here, so I assume that means that he does
I think he
not
said.
want to.
I think he already has it. You know those stacked pass.
They do.
So anyway, I am now sitting at the random.org number generator, and we are ready to name a winner for a 3-month Viveport Infinity subscription. This is an awesome prize, you guys. It's 90 days of access to a catalog of nearly 1,000 VR games, and I'm not just talking all Taco Face and Tornuffalo either. There's Moss. There's many of the best games in VR are part of Viveport Infinity, and it gets better every week. So before we draw, I want to one more time thank you to our friends over at Viveport for providing this key to give away, for providing us with access to your platform. Ruuts, a lot of the time, well, I wouldn't say a lot of the time, but occasionally we set out to review a game and we can't get a key. But a good amount of the time, when we can't get a key, the game just ends up dropping day one on Viveport anyway, and we can end up reviewing it that way.
Yeah, yeah, and we have also said, the way they give the devs money for game time played, it's worth playing it that way as well, even if you own the game.
Right, right. Yeah, that's a very good point. It's a way to continue to support the devs even after you buy their game. Just don't play the game that you bought. Instead, play it on Viveport. And I don't know if everybody's deal with Viveport's set up like this, but I know I specifically asked one of our developer friends how they monetize through Viveport, and what he told me is the way they monetize is through gameplay time. The more you play the game, the more money they make. So. Yeah, it helps. It helps to play these games on Viveport. And again, Viveport's been supportive of us for about a year now, and it was cool how it happened because we were literally talking about, because we were plugging Viveport Infinity all the time anyway because it's such a great deal, and people kept saying in the chat, you guys should get a sponsorship. You guys should get a sponsorship. So I was literally about to reach out to them when they contacted me. Like it was like they knew I was thinking about them or something, or maybe maybe they're spying on all of us. But it was perfect timing, and a lot of things have been perfect timing, namely this giveaway. I mean, what a time for them to just show up with a giveaway and put it in our lap, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I was it's funny because we were talking about it, we were joking about it, because the guy reached out to you and you're like, we should ask him for access. And we kind of laughed because I thought, ain't no way they're giving us access because we're already doing it. We were already plugging them every week. And of course, granted, we do the taco face and that type of stuff too. But Those are some of those are my favorite games. Some of those. What's the foot one?
Ashiwash.
She washed.
Wash. Yeah, dude. Who doesn't want to play with feet in VR? So.
Well, that's how we found Space Cats with lasers as well. And I say to
Yeah.
you, Eric, if you enjoy playing Yuki, you should try out Space Cats
Oh,
with
yeah.
lasers. I think you'd enjoy it.
For real.
That's a good idea. And then I definitely do have Viveport, and I love my Viveport Infinity, and I'm gonna do that. I should do that.
Yeah, you should. I mean, it plays very similarly. Like they're very similar the way it works. You have, instead of holding Yuki, you have a little kitty cat on your hand, and it's bullet hell just like Yuki.
Which I absolutely love. So yeah, I'm there.
Little kitty cat.
Space cats with lasers.
Yep.
I'm in.
Anyway, the moral of the story is this is an awesome prize. 3 months on that library is a great deal. And one more time, guys, if you're interested in signing up for Viveport Infinity, I think today might be the last day or tomorrow. If you sign up for an annual subscription, they're giving you The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners and Everslot to keep in your library forever. So even after your subscription runs out, you get to keep those games. And if you want to go monthly, they're going to give you Arizona Sunshine. So pretty good deal, especially if you're going to buy those games as it is. I mean, after you subtract the cost of those 2 games out of the annual price, it turns out to be something like $50. So again, great deal and a large catalog of amazing games.
Yep.
Anyway, the random.org random number generator gives us our winner, and the winner is number 4. So we go back to the YouTube machine and see who was number 4. Number 4 was Rob S.
Oh my God.
Rob S. is
Oh.
in the chat.
Wow.
So
that's crazy,
congratulations,
dude.
Rob.
That's crazy.
Which, he says, I wasn't sure if Rob was trying to enter or not. He says, I'm just here for the free stuff. And that was good enough for me. I was like, well, free stuff. All right. You're in it for the giveaway then. That's free stuff. It was literally our free stuff of the week on Saturday. So that was good enough for me. We put him in the contest, and now you are the winner, Rob. So congratulations.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Oprah's excited.
Look at her.
It's crazy.
As is always the case, Rob, just hit me up off air on the Discord or on Twitter, and we'll get you your code.
I still miss the shocker, Oprah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, every week people would say she's going to give us a stroke.
No,
People will get all freaked out. Said it's okay.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
There's no strokes happening.
You know who else will give you a stroke?
My mom.
Oh yeah, she will.
Might be a new look, guys, but my mom going nowhere. Anyway, we got games to get to.
There you go, man.
There she is. I love her. She's getting the shocker right now.
She is getting shocked, man.
We have lots to talk about, guys. We have 2 great games to give impressions on. We have Game of the Month, which we're going to lean heavily on the chat for like the 3rd month in a row on. But first, let's kick it off the way we always have and the way we always will by saying hello to our friends in chat. ET2K9.now is in the house, as is Wolveraza. Wolveraza says, let me know if you want to try out one of the multiplayer games. And it's interesting you say that, because if you go look at the Infinity new releases right now, you'll notice that After the Fall is listed as coming soon. So it's a great time to have that Infinity subscription. I don't know that it's going to drop on day one, but it's often the case that when these games come to Steam, when they come to Oculus, they also come to Viveport. So you might want to wait on throwing down that $40 if you have your Infinity subscription.
Yeah.
What a coup would it be for them if they could pull that off and have that be a freaking day one Viveport Infinity title?
That's crazy.
Who wouldn't go buy it? It would be worth it. Your yearly subscription will be paid for in one game.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
Crazy.
a great game too to have on that service, man. They're smart, these guys at Vertigo. They know that they need players in their lobby, so it might not be on there forever, but at least for the first, few months, you can guarantee that that game's going to be part of Infinity.
Yep. Absolutely.
Mr. Tasselhoff is in the house. He says, want to give away a Mr. Tass golf club as well? Hey, I'm all for it. Do you want to give it away to somebody in the chat, or do you want to hold a drawing on it? We're going to do both with the keys. Like we're going to give a Synth Riders away live, and then we're going to give away one in the comments. We're going to give 2 in death away live, and we're going to give away one in the comments. So actually, you know what? Scratch that. We're going to give 1 in death away live. We're going to give 1 in death away in the comments, and we're going to give 1 away to our audio listeners because they're not here. They don't get to see all these pretty graphics, and they don't get to participate in the giveaways like you guys do. So we're going to reserve one of the in-depth keys for the audio crew. So shout out all of my audio listeners out there.
Absolutely.
Love those audio listers. That's why I started. I started as an audio lister only.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. He says, however, works best for you. Well, let me just ask the chat. Does anyone here have an Oculus Quest 2 and like to play Walkabout Mini Golf? If you would like
Drew.
an accessory to improve that experience, speak now, and we'll just go ahead and give it away tonight. Anyway, while we're doing that, we want to say hello to Meow Meow the Gamer Cat and Traveling Man 3775. Ray Pope is in the house. Thanks for showing up, Ray. Chatty is in the house. Hello, hello. Dark Angel, we already said hello to the birthday girl. Rob S, the big winner tonight, or one of the big winners tonight. Nexus Lord is in the house. What's up? Love that monetization model. Paying the devs for time spent playing the game rewards them directly for making deeper games instead of tech demos.
Very true.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yep.
Let's see who else is here. Mepper's in the house. What's up? Mepper says Mist is already on Viveport Infinity, and good games often show up there on day one. That is true. Brandon C. Tonight's big tipper is in the house. Thanks again, Brandon, for all the support. VR Demon says, I'm going to have to try Viveport. Yeah, if you're a budget-minded gamer, there is no better deal in VR gaming, and we were saying that before they were sponsoring us. I mean, we've been saying that for years now. They've done a good job, haven't they, Ruuts, of changing the narrative about them? Because when we got into VR, Viveport, you didn't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, and now not only does it work, but it works perfectly.
No, it was known to blue screen your computer, wipe your hard drive. That's for some people. Yeah. Anthony was like, when that was what struck me when I first came into VR. He was always warning about how it messed his computer up, whatever, blah 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 blah. Blah
blah blah blah blah blah.
Couldn't pass it up. But now, yeah, it's absolutely, they've turned it around. Not only is it have amazing games, it's the best deal in VR. You know, software wise right now, for sure, hands down. And they've got a great model.
Yeah, and I think that's why people got so nervous about like Epic, because Epic came out not too long after Viveport, right? And everybody was like nervous about jumping onto Epic too. And they were giving away games. They still give away games every week, and people still don't want to go there and sign up for it.
That's weird.
Anyway, Onakazi in the chat, Scion's in the chat. Let's see, Meow Meow the Gamer Cat. Yeah, looks like I think Spry Guy was up there somewhere too. Spry Guy's always toward the top.
These are always too late for him. He's a day stranger.
Drew was up in there. Everyone up in this piece. Thanks guys for showing up. It is a special episode for us. It's a special time for us. And again, tonight, only the first step. This will not be a cosmetic DLC. Again, this is us coming out of early access, and we're going to bring the goods. Tune in Sunday for more on that. And of course, Patreons, watch for more insider updates throughout the week. And we'll have a little story time tomorrow, the next day.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like we have a few people in the chat here that are interested in the Mr. Taz golf accessory. Now, you guys, I know you know what I'm talking about, right? I tried out Walkabout Mini Golf for the first time recently myself, and the only only complaint I had about the whole game was the fact that it's played one-handed, and you're supposed to sit there and mimic with the other hand like you're holding a golf club. Well, with the Mr. Taz golf attachment, that's no longer the case. You now actually have a handle, a long handle on your I want to call it move controller for some reason, your touch controller, and it feels a lot more natural. So this is a cool accessory. To be honest, I've used this pretty much much as I've used any of the gun stock accessories. So, yeah, it's cool, and I think whoever wins is going to dig it. Ray Pope says, get a 10% off link for Virtual Strangers viewers so I can show my appreciation for supporting the channel, and then I'll sign up. Well, I will pass that on to my Viveport dude. It's kind of weird how these guys operate sometimes, man, because I thought this guy might have died from COVID. Like we talked frequently for months, and then this dude just dropped off the face of the earth, and I'm like, well, I guess that was that. And then just a couple of weeks ago, he just from out of nowhere apologizes, says he's been busy, hasn't been able to keep in touch, but he shows up. Hey, do you guys want to do a giveaway? Just like he always was, super supportive. So shout out to Alexander, thank you, sir. And if you're watching this, get Ray Pope 10% off, and he'll sign up, bro.
10%, bro.
They did give us a specific link for our channel, which I don't know if I put it in this description or not, but it was on the free stuff and killer deals last week. So
Okay.
yeah,
Cool.
that was tied to us, I think, somehow.
Space Dennison sliding in says, what up?
What's up, Void Cat? Welcome to the brand new Strangers in the Night VR podcast.
Here you go, Dark Angel. That's what it looks like with the controller in it, just like that.
Yeah, there you go.
So basically, you just
See?
use it like a putter. You'd hold it like a putter.
It's
But with it,
perfect.
you only need
Right,
one
and
controller for walkabout, so you don't
And it
need two.
attaches securely so that it don't
Yeah.
fly through your television.
Yeah. So you have, I took it off, but you have a little Velcro strap that goes through this little piece right here, and it basically just goes up, and it Velcros through around the halo, something like that, and then it'll be on there and won't move.
I kind of like having that Velcro on there too. I like the way it feels on the grip. Like at first I
Yeah.
didn't know about that. I was like, I don't know about strapping it up like that, but I'm used to it now, and like it feels weird if it's not on there.
You know who else likes to strap it up like that?
My mom!
Well, yeah. She does.
Anyway, what say we do a little trivia time to see who wins this Mr. Taz golf accessory. And I'm trying to think of a good question now. I normally come up with good ones pretty quick, but I'm a little weird by this one, man. I don't know what I should...
ET2K9 wants to know if it's how much weight it has. Wait, Eric, while you're thinking of your question, Wes.
It's so light. I mean, you won't even notice the difference in weight between holding a regular controller and not. I mean, I don't know what the exact weight is. I mean, it's like nothing really.
Right, but what's cool about it is since you're making the handle longer, it makes the kind of the end of it heavy. You know what I mean? Like the ring, since the handle's longer, it has a different feel to it.
Yeah, because your weight's gonna be upside down. Let me get back in the camera. Your weight's gonna be down here, so you're gonna feel like you're actually holding a putter if you're playing mini golf. But even like Top Golf is just about to come out with their 18 holes of golf. I mean, that's coming like any day now, I think. Where you're gonna be able to play 18 holes of golf with Top Golf. So
yeah, and Tass, tell us in the chat really quick. There was a couple of these golf games that are officially supporting this accessory. So I don't remember exactly which ones it was, but I mean, some of them you're in talks with. Yeah, some of them he's in talks with, and other ones have already agreed to officially support it. So let us know in the chat which ones are.
Do you have that magazine, Eric?
I do.
Is it? Yeah. That was one of the things we never really mentioned either. That magazine came out where we were mentioned in it, right? Just kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Do you want to show that though? That has the logo, has the new.
Yeah, it has the old logo in it, right?
Oh, all right. Do you want to show that?
Yeah, we could show it. We can let people know. you know, we went through multiple iterations of our new channel logo, and we ended up having to change it recently. But the latest issue of VR Trend actually has our old new logo in it. So it's kind of a collector's item. It's the only thing that ever got made, this specific logo on it. Our new logo is very similar to this, but it's not exactly this. But yeah, you can go ahead and show it off. There it is.
On the left, right?
Am I good? I
And
can't
cool.
tell.
Yeah, you got it. You got it. And the cool thing is that you can scan it with like some kind of AR app, and it'll link you right to our channel.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Absolutely.
cool. The article and everything was pretty cool.
Yeah. VR Trend magazine is awesome, man. They do real nice stuff, and they it's like all the old game magazines, man, because they have these it's like has a pullout in it, and you remember like a Game Informer or whatever. They have pullouts with like posters in it and stuff like that. And there's a different poster every month. They had like Ven in there 1 month, Ven VR Adventure, and
You know
every
who
month.
hates, you know who hates pullouts?
My mom!
Yeah, she does.
Oh man.
Anyway, well, I'm going to keep this nice and easy. And just for those of you who have never participated in one of our giveaways before, oftentimes YouTube makes it look like on your screen that you were the first one to respond. But that isn't necessarily the case. My feed is the official feed. Whoever pops up first on my screen to answer the question will win the giveaway. And that's going to be the case for this accessory. It'll be the case for Synth Riders. It'll be the case for In Death. Whoever shows up first on my screen is the official winner. It's just, there's latency in the internet, and your YouTube sometimes will show you answering before someone else when it's not actually the case. So we've had that happen before, and I've ended up having to like award multiple prizes and stuff, thinking I got it wrong. And we're beyond those days. We have our experience behind us now, and we know to how to set expectations. Anyway, for the Mr. Taz golf attachment for the Oculus Quest 2 touch controller, answer this question.
Already
First
have
one
one.
to answer it wins the club. Question: if you win the Mr. Taz golf attachment, what are you going to use it to play it on first?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Name the game, any of those games, and whoever does it first is the winner.
What if they said something like dash dash?
Ah!
Like, I
We're
don't know
not
how you're
giving
gonna
away
use
that
it.
accessory.
I would probably use it on who is me? Golf
Then
5e. Golf 5e Club. This is a good one. 18
The
holes
winner,
golf.
Diz the Game Cat, guys, and that's the way it looks to me anyway. Diz the Game Cat, the official winner. Onikazi looks like the second place, and ET2K9.now the third place. Congratulations, Diz.
what about
I guess
Wolveraza? Baywatch.
He's good. One of these days. The Baywatch is going to be the answer one of these days.
yeah, for sure. I say Abraham Walkabout.
Right.
Anyway. Anyway, how do you want to do this, Taz? You want them to just hit you up on Discord so you can get their shipping address and all that stuff that you need? Anyway, I would imagine that's probably going to be the best way to do this, but I'll let him handle it. Thank you, Taz,
Really appreciate
for
you, Jason.
supporting the channel and supporting the episode like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he says toss me a message on Discord. So he's Mr. Tasselhoff on there as well, Diz. So just hit him up on Discord and he'll send that out to you.
You can find him in New World. every day.
Yes, he'll be in the New World channel, and he'll be 60 next week. He probably already is.
Real people getting into that New World, huh?
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that.
We'll get there. I'm level 15, I think.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. That's the way I look
What I
at
want
it.
to know though is, you want to play some Diablo?
Oh, it's Diablo 2, bro. Hell yeah, man. Let's do some Diablo 2. Sion's ready.
Yes. Well, I don't know. He might be ready to run through Solar's project again now
That's
after
true.
we got that nice 4-hour game session in last
That's
night.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, whoever like,
Anyway.
you know who else likes a 4-hour session?
My
I do.
mom.
Couldn't get that one out.
Moderators, do something with this fool.
Radio
Right, right.
runs almost 50. Damn it.
50.
Hey, let's get this guy out of here. Ban him. Ban that guy. Let's put him in timeout.
User in timeout.
Remove. Remove. And remove.
Where
That's
do
like
these
the
jokers
oldest.
come from?
Yeah, hey, we
know
made
what?
it, dude. That's our first spam, bro. Can you guys got?
Yeah. You're famous. Famous.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's how you know we've really moved on to the next level. We've
That's
got
right.
assholes
right.
like this now. Let's see. How do we
Permanently ban
remove
him?
him? How do we do that? Yeah,
Well, that's a good question.
like report him for hate speech. There we go. We can do that. Because the timeout only lasts for like 5 minutes. So you put him in timeout, that don't really.
Yeah, that's not my problem. That's the moderator's problem.
user.
Brady Runt, figure it out. No, just kidding.
get on it, Radio Runt.
Anyway, I threw everything at him I could. I put him in timeout. I hid his things from this chat. I reported him for hate speech. So I didn't see anything that said permanent ban, but we'll let YouTube sort all that out.
I love how even his name, just him getting timed out is like offensive. You know what I mean? It's like, really? Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we just gave
Anyway,
away.
I guess we shouldn't be so close-minded, right? We should let him argue his point first. No, I'm just
No.
I'm just joking.
Some points.
No.
Gonna get me banned saying stuff like that.
Yeah, all right. All right. How do I ban Wes? Hang on, let me look.
Yeah, permaban.
We love our Jewish friends.
Yeah, I do.
Anyway.
Absolutely. All right. So
Anyway.
where are we at?
What do we talk about some VR, man?
Oh, yeah.
How about that? We're well into our show, and we got loads to talk about. Why don't we kick it off with a little Synth Riders talk? Man, is there another game that we've covered as much as we've covered Synth Riders?
I don't think so. Definitely no other game that is a rhythm game. And I said last week, I don't know if you heard this Radio Runt, but somehow this game has became my favorite rhythm game. I love Audica, but this is the one I would prefer to play 99% of the time, right? So
Yeah, it's been kind of a weird one, man, because we've always, I mean, it's technically a rhythm game. We've always kind of called it a dance game, but I've always, even though I enjoy it more than any rhythm game that I've played, I've always felt that the gameplay was kind of simplistic to it. The reason I like it is the levels. That being able to actually move on a rail through a level makes a world of difference. Not to mention the amazing soundtrack, the best soundtrack of any rhythm game. But all of that has changed with this most recent Spiral update. Not only are they now leaning into the thing I love the most, moving through the levels, but this adds quite a bit of complexity to the gameplay loop. It's not simple anymore. In fact, Eric, I would say that there's a pretty heavy learning curve. At least that was my experience. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I failed like 3 times. And I usually play like hard level, and I tried it on hard the first time I went through, and I failed. I had to fail. I had to try it like 2 more times until I finally made it through one of the whole things. It's quick, it's fast, and then you got to move, man. But I can see where if you were really really good at this game, and I don't play it enough to be expert or master. But I could see where this will challenge you, and this is going to be perfect for people that play this game all the time. That you want something, you want more of a challenge because this is challenging. This is one of those things, and I don't know. Did it do this to you guys? Did you get a little off balance a couple times? Like I haven't had that feeling in VR in a long time where I felt like I was going to fall over. There's a couple times where I was like, I almost stumbled a step, like, whoa, I almost lost my balance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't lose my balance, but I'll tell you what, man. It sure made me feel my age playing it like that because you have to lean to kind of steer the rail into the path that they're showing you here, and it takes a while to get a feel for it. And what I had to do anyway to get it to respond right was kind of spread my feet out like they tell you to, and crouch down a little bit so that you could really bob with it. And by the time I got to the point where I could actually make it from the start of a song all the way to the finish, my friggin' back was hurting and my legs were hurting.
Mm.
Um, anyway, it made me feel every bit of my my age, Roots. What about you?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I had the same initial thing as Eric was saying. It was like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just kept dying, right? Because you really, like you said, you're just figuring out how much you have to lean. And as soon as I get it going one way, it's like if I'm having to go back the other, it just seemed like it was really difficult to get it to move at first, right? But once you get it down, it's definitely a lot more fun than I don't know, than it would be normal. Then now I was having issues finding these. The only way I was able to find them was on the right under challenges. Is that where you guys found them before? Because I could have sworn when you were reading the description or we were talking about it, Wes, you had read or thought that you had read that every song was accessible with this, and
Yeah,
I didn't.
It is.
It is even the experiences or no?
it is.
Okay, so I could.
Well, you can't go into the experience and use it, but the songs that have experiences, you can put it in normal mode and then play it in spiral mode.
Okay,
Right.
so and was it off accessible on the right side, or was there some sort of
On the left.
It was on the left. It was on
see,
the left,
yeah,
on the
see,
left bottom.
okay, so I was trying to do stuff on the right, trying to do challenges apparently, and maybe
Yeah.
that's why I was like one of them I did, and I was like, what is going on? It was so difficult. It was on master or something. I didn't make it that far on that one.
I did the same exact thing you did. I've played the first 3 on those challenges because that's where I thought it was. And I said, something's not right here because I should be able to play every song. And then I just happened to look to the left on the screen and you can see where you can actually go through. It's almost like it's a modifier because you can actually hit the spiral, and you can change your degree of turn also. You can change it from 90, 180 to 360 to 360 plus. So you can adjust it.
Oh, so where it'll go
Actually,
all
you
the way
can't.
around?
Actually, no. What you're talking about, Masher, is the spin mode where
Yeah.
the notes don't come at you straight on. Spiral mode's a different thing.
Well, spiral
And
mode is the tube that you're kind of rolling around. You're going around.
right. But if spin mode's on, spiral mode you can't use.
Oh, you
You
can't
can
use them
only
at the same
control it.
time? Oh, okay. I
You
thought
can't
maybe
use
you
them
could
at the
use them
same
at the
time.
same.
Hmm.
Okay.
No, but because that's what I picked first was the spin mode, and I'm like, this isn't what they were advertising, and then I figured it
Yeah.
out.
Well,
I
I was
clicked the
wondering
wrong
why.
thing.
Yeah, I was wondering why they have like different unlockables for the spiral mode because it was like because I was like, oh, if I can just pick it over here, why do you have to have a? Because one of them's like like a I don't know what they call. I can't remember what they called it now, but there's like 3 different modes of the
Yeah,
spiral mode that you can
it's
unlock.
intensity. It's intensity
Yeah.
mode. So that they you start out with it not moving left and right so much. Then you go after you make it through a song on that, they'll let you put it up on the next level,
Right.
and it sways a bit more. And then after that, you can put it on the intense one, which like it covers pretty much the whole top of the tube. Um, and I don't know what your guys' experience with it was, but you know, the faster the song and the higher the intensity level, um, sure, the more difficult it was, but I thought it was funner like that. Like the faster and more difficult that I set it to, um, I still was making it to the end of the song. It just seemed to work better. Like, uh, it wasn't any easier physically, but it was more fun. I don't know. That was my experience anyway.
Did you feel like a skateboarder?
No, I didn't feel
Oh,
anything like that. It felt
okay.
like I was playing Synth Rider and Golem at the same time.
Well, that
That's what
sounds
it
like
felt
fun,
like.
man. This is actually cool. I agree. It's trippy as hell. Somebody was saying in the looks trippy as hell and definitely fun. One more reason to play this game, right?
It made me want to be a
Uh
Oh, West
things.
freeze.
What was that?
oh. You froze up for some. You had a
Oh,
internet lag or something.
no, my bad. It made me feel like I wanted to. It made me wish I was a better Synth Riders player because it was very challenging. But what made it so challenging is I'm not good enough at synth riders that I can just know where the notes are going to be. I have to watch where the notes are coming from, like constantly. But the whole challenge of this mode is not only are you watching for the notes, you're also watching where the path goes, and you have to find the path first before you can even consider the notes. So it was kind of like a multitasking mentally, and I felt like if I had more experience with synth riders, if I played it more often and was better at it, that as much as I enjoyed it, I would enjoy it even that much more.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I felt like I had to. Didn't you feel like you had to lean way more than you thought too? Like, I mean,
Yeah,
you really have to move, to get this thing, to get the tube to really move the way you want it to move. You really have to lean.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
And that's why I think I lost my balance a couple times.
yeah. Wolf Raza is saying, do you tilt your head to turn around the tube? It's not your head. You got to lean really. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a good amount of lean.
Yeah, yeah. You have to really lean into it, and the way it works is at first you don't really lean enough to move it as quickly as you need to, and then if you're like me, you ended up overshooting it. Like you would lean too far and go past it, and then when it went back to the other side, you'd be way behind. Um, I think that's kind of why I like the higher intensity levels more because it gave it a wider path, and it was harder to overshoot it like that. Like you could really get into it and not overshoot it ever. So it was harder to keep up with, but it was also harder to overshoot. And I think that might be why I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Onikaze says, is it a tilt or a lateral motion? It's a tilt. It's not moving per se. It's more of a
Well, you kind of move your upper body laterally, but you keep your feet planted. But
right.
your feet need to be like spread apart, like 2 or 3 feet apart. You want a wide base, kind of with your knees bent, and you kind of laterally move your upper body and tilt your headset just a little bit. And that's how I did it anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And the reason you got to have your legs so far apart is because you're leaning like crazy. You're not just doing this or this. You have to really lean and almost put your whole body into it when you lean, or at least you feel you have
Mm.
to. That's why I think it really gets you moving more than even just the normal synth riders mode, which gets you moving way more than any Beat Saber does. Um, so yeah, this is going to be. I mean, the people that can play this like on expert, I want to watch because that's got to be amazing
Really.
to watch.
Yeah. Do you know who else feels like they need to keep their legs spread really far apart?
My mom.
Oh yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Skiva joining us in chat. What's up, Skiva? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to Strangers in the Night. Uh, uh, Dark Angel in the chat said that the asshole commenter from before was getting her down and she needs to move on from it. Listen, that asshole, he didn't mean what he said, and maybe he did, but he wasn't saying that to try to drum up support for his shithole ideas. The reason he was saying that was to make you feel bad. So don't even give that guy another second of your attention. Fuck him, and let's celebrate. It's a party.
Yeah,
Hell
It's a
yeah.
celebration.
absolutely. Let's give away a game.
What did you guys
Let's
think
give
of the
away.
song? Did you guys hear the new song that was in there?
No, I just played my old favorites. I didn't even think about that. The new
Yeah,
song.
it was you would have liked it. It was pretty heavy guitar, but it had like a little bit of synth in it in the middle, but it was real heavy guitar, which I liked a lot. It was called like Dead or something like that. But yeah, it was one new song. It was one of the challenge songs, Root. So you probably did play it.
Yeah. I don't know if I did or not.
It
I
was
know.
by Go or something like that.
I don't know. All I know is that I saw that there was a new album, but I was so busy trying to find the damn spiral bullshit. It really didn't seem like it was very. It intuitive to find, I guess. Maybe. I guess I could be wrong. We found
Brandon
it.
C says the song is called Go. It's a
Oh,
good
okay, that's
one.
what it is. Okay, so Go, and then it was the Dead something must have been the name of the
It's
group.
Halloween themed. Damn it, we missed the Halloween themed one.
It was good. It was heavy. I liked it.
I played. I did some Muse. I did 2 or 3 different Muse tracks.
Dude.
I did some Offspring, and then I ended it off with Pennywise, with that super fast Pennywise song. I
Yeah.
did that one like I don't know 3 or 4 times. That was my favorite one I did today. What'd you play? Well, I guess you just played the challenges, didn't you, Ruuts?
Yeah, that's what kind of pissed me off, dude. I wanted to hear my songs just like you would listen to. And I was like, man, I can't find these songs. They're supposed to be here. So I guess whoever wins this, don't do what Ruuts did, and actually look on the left. You'll be able to do the spiral for any song, right?
Yeah.
This says maybe I was doing it wrong. I didn't know I was actually steering the tube. I had a hell of a time though. Maybe you picked that spin mode like I did the first time. Diz, it's very easy to do. They're right next to one another. But on the main bottom left, you'll see something that says spiral mode, and you click on that, and it'll give you instructions before you go into it, how to stand and how to steer it.
Delirium Drew. This is Drew right off the bat, man. Says, I'm fucking trying it. I'll be right back. He's not,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I'll try it later. I'm doing it right now.
I
And
like that spirit.
yeah, and Brandon
That-
C says it wasn't intuitive for him either. So it's like 4 or 5 people that have said the same thing. At least all 3 of us said that it was not very easy to find. So they really need to work on that. I mean, this right now, this episode should tell them, maybe put it in people's faces or something. I mean, now that I know, I'll find it. But what about anybody else that's looking for it?
Yeah, if they just made a mode where you could just turn it on, you turn it on, and then every song plays in that mode, and then when you want to turn it off, just turn it off. That would be the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been trying to think of a new name for our new segment that we're going to unveil on next Wednesday's show, and I think Drew might have just named it. Let's call it "Fuck It, I'm Trying It."
Yeah.
Ah,
Woo!
hell yeah!
That's good. I like
Fits,
it.
don't it? It fits
It
pretty
does
love it.
perfectly.
I
Yeah.
love it. I can't wait to tell my daughter.
Oh, yeah. F it.
You guys tune in next Wednesday. We have something cool planned. I guess we're going to revisit. Was it Song in the Smoke? We're going to do next
Yep.
Wednesday.
Song and Smoke.
Yeah, we promised you guys we'd come back to that game after we gave impressions with Dave Station, and we're going to do that next week. And we're going to bring in a little twist along with it. So be sure you tune in for that.
I heard Delirium Drew likes Song in the Smoke.
Yeah, that's why I heard that too a couple times actually. Anyway,
Let's give away a game.
Eric, really quickly, did you play any other tracks besides the new one?
I played Muse. I played 2 or 3 from Muse, and I played Caravan Palace, which I kind of liked it. Caravan Palace just kind of get you moving, and I like the way the beats are with that one, with the way the maps are set up. So I played a little bit of that one too, which is pretty cool.
Did you appreciate the Muse songs more now that we'd seen them live? Like I found that I enjoyed them even more now because it threw me back to our experience that we had with the live Muse show that we went to with Dark Angel and a bunch of our friends.
Hell yeah! You know what? It made me want to do the stage verse again. Is what it made me want to do.
Yeah,
'Cause
me
I
too.
thought that was so good.
Yeah, we had such a blast. My wife was just talking about it yesterday. What
Yeah.
a good time it was.
Yeah, I hope they have something coming up soon. I would love to do it again.
Is it over?
I think
No.
the Muse one is right. Is the
Hmm.
Muse one over?
I have no
I haven't
idea.
heard.
I don't
I
know.
haven't been back in there, and they don't really. I know they should probably have something that tells you what's going on in there, so you know.
They might. You know what? Let's Google it right quick before we give away.
This is my problem. I don't know. It's gonna have to be a good, like, that was such a good concert. Like, it can't just be some piddly ass group, man. I don't know if it was somebody that I just really don't like their music or am not interested at all. I don't know that I'm gonna want to go into it because the music was so good. That's what was so good about it, right? I mean, the experience was amazing. with everybody, but I really enjoyed the concert, right?
Yeah, the music, the crowd, the people, and the way they were getting into it at the show, like drew you into it. It was cool.
Dude, that would be awesome. Dark Angel says Zim would love to. She said, speaking of Stageverse, Zim said he'd love to come along if he's available for the next one. That'd be awesome, man.
Hell
I
yeah.
love me some Zim talk.
Well, maybe they're just really slow about updating their website, but according to their website, it's still running free.
Still Muse? Wow.
Yeah, it says Muse free for a limited time, so I think they're going to keep it. They're just going to start charging for the tickets after a while.
Okay, so Skiva says he wasn't impressed with the video resolution. So that
dude, you have to get into it. Go ahead, tell him, Ruuts.
Well, okay, so I don't know how long you were in there, but it's literally it's dynamic, right? So it's going to go on your internet, and there's moments where it's going to go in and out, but I'd say 90% of the time it looked amazing. There were those moments
it looked like shit when you first go in. It looks like shit when you're standing on that terrace looking down over the crowd. I mean, it is super blurry garbage, and it was so scary when we went into it, how horrible it looked. But after we went and started moving to the different points in the arena, like Ruuts said, that the resolution is dynamic, and if you have a good connection, it gets friggin' clear, like really clear. I was super impressed with it.
Yeah, it was so good, Skiva, that I was feeding off the audience. Like everyone was just had so much energy, and you could just see it. It was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, some of the pictures that Dark Angel took, and even the video that Wes had. I mean, the way it looked in there looked the way in those pictures. When you look at them, it looks exactly the same in the headset. It was that clear at points.
Yeah,
it was cool.
Yeah, it was really good, and I'm glad we didn't just nope out immediately, because it got a lot better really quickly.
Yeah, he says he's got gigabit internet, so I don't know. It might have just been timing how long you were in there, or how I don't know. It was really good.
Yeah, it does run on like a buffer, so you do have to give it a minute to catch up. But go just try a few different vantage points out. There's like 15 or so different vantage points you can go to, and the ones right up next to the stage were awesome. It's really the best part was when you let it pick for you. They have like a sequence of camera shots, and it'll roll and it'll change for you, and it's kind of like just surfing over the entire arena, and that was probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, there's what part of the action, right? So you're like, I kind of, for me, it was kind of made you feel like you were getting to see what the director meant for the experience to be, because it was taking you through different areas. It was really cool.
ET2K9 now says Stageverse on the App Lab. Yes, this is on the App Lab, and we'll put it out there when we go back in. If it's still running, I'm gonna go do it again before they cancel it.
Oh,
because it really was a good time. Make sure your battery's charged all the way. By the way, because we were all dying at the very end of it.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do it again. I promised my wife we were going to get back in, and we ran out of time and didn't do it. And I thought it was over. So if it's still going, I'm going to definitely do it again because I want to bring my wife.
Just watch the Discord, guys. There's an invitation in the description below. I'll go in and check it out. If it's still running, we'll organize another party.
Yeah,
and we'll go hang out again.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Anyway, Ruuts. Let's give away a game.
Let's do a giveaway.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys know the drill. I'm going to ask a question. The first one to answer it on my screen wins the prize. The prize is a copy of Synth Riders on any platform. Platform is your choice, whether it be PlayStation VR, Oculus, Steam, you name it. You'll get it. And for those of you watching after the fact, for those of you who are not here live, we have one for you as well. So just leave a comment in the leave a comment down below saying I would like to enter to win Synth Riders. Be sure to let us know in the comment what platform you want to play on, and make sure you're subscribed. And then next Wednesday we'll draw another winner. Anyway, Hopefully there's people in the chat that don't have Synth Riders yet. First one to answer this question wins the copy. Question: if you win a copy of Synth Riders on tonight's episode, what platform would you like the key to be on?
These
I
are
need
one-
to use these questions, man.
Yeah, these are good for the Quest 2 group.
It's not about the trivia. It's about not doing key drops in the chat. People hate when you just drop
I
keys
know.
in the chat. So it's about having some kind of competition. Make it so that people have to actually type in. Looks like well, Brandon C won it, but he says skip me. So I guess Soren is the winner. It would have been Brandon. So thanks, Brandon. Thank you on behalf of Soren. Soren, congratulations. Skiva says my mom.
My mom.
Yeah. The
And
shocker.
I say
Shocker Oprah.
congratulations. I say congratulations, Brandon, and I also say let's go, Brandon.
Yes. Let's go, Brandon.
Anyway, Brandon, you know the drill. Hit me up on Discord. Hit me up on well, yeah, you hit me
It's
up on
actually
Discord
Soren.
or Twitter.
Yeah, sorry.
Soren, yeah, my bad. Hit me up on Discord or Twitter, Soren, and we'll get you your key. We do have to request these keys from the developer, so it'll probably be a week, right? We should wait until we have both winners, and then we'll request the keys and then get them out to you there.
Was this the game that we had a third one, or was that In Death? I mean, a one
Death,
for the
man.
radio people.
It was In Death for the radio.
Oh God,
Uh,
man,
yeah,
that's such a good game for them. It's gonna be so good.
Coming with heat tonight, Ruuts. We're giving away Viveport. We're giving away Synth Riders. We're giving away In Death Unchained. Dude, any of those, awesome.
Yep, absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and the In Death, man, with that new update, like a new level. That just dropped today, right? That new In Death update.
I did.
Yeah, can't wait to try it out.
New level, new graphics, new arrows, new everything, man. New game mechanics. You can find amulets now. You can find story bits all around the maps. This is like again, how about a second Golem reference in tonight's episode?
Yeah.
Same thing Golem does. Golem does that where you have to find these little shards, and when you find them, you'll hear this dialogue play out, and it tells you the backstory.
Oh, nice. Well, Soren says this is awesome. He's wanted the game for a while now. That makes it even better, Soren.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna dig this, especially if you like these rhythm type games. The soundtrack's awesome. The spiral mode is fun, but it is again very, very challenging. Even like on the lowest setting in a slow song. Again, I found it to be easier. Well, maybe not easier, but funner to play with fast songs and like the wide, super crazy path that you have to unlock. So yeah. Skiva says, In Death, one of my Quest favorites. Yeah, it's one of the best, dude. It's one of the best games on Quest. That's why I'm so happy to be able to give it away here in a few minutes, and so happy that those guys have been friends of the channel for a while. So shout out to those guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait to try the update, man. I'm gonna either record it or stream it on Friday, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. Super bright. Polish, these Polish VR developers, it makes me wonder if they're teaching VR game development in grade school over there. Like, there's so many great Polish VR studios. It must be like their national pastime or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, we got Bloober Team from over there. We've got, Monologic over there. I mean, there's so many of them.
All good ones too.
Skiba says, Wolvie, you got to get In Depth on Quest. It's so much better than the other versions. That's true.
Yeah.
It's not even close anymore. Like, it was close at first, but not anymore. Like, they pulled away, but in a big way.
Yep.
They've supported it so well. Anyway, before we get to any of that, we do have another game we'd like to talk about. And it's a game we touched a little bit on last week. It was a demo. We got to check out Hubris, which is a game coming to multiple platforms, including PlayStation VR. Interestingly, next year, right? Am I right about that, Eric? This game comes out
Yep.
next year, doesn't it?
Yep. Yeah, 2022. No official date announced yet, but sometime next year.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that should just let you know how fortunate we were to be able to try this game early, and it was a pretty sizable demo, wasn't it, Roots? I mean, typically these demos are really short, but they gave you a pretty good little chunk of gameplay here, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah. It was also a big file. It's like almost 14 gigs. It's quite a bit for a demo. But
They used every bit of it too, didn't they?
yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. This is definitely for a alpha game. It definitely doesn't look like an alpha game or play like one. Although I mean, I guess it did have its performance jank, but I mean, it's alpha, right? I wasn't expecting it to run perfect, but it was really cool.
You know, I feel like I'm losing credibility because I've came on here over the last couple of months. This is probably going to be the third game that I've come on here and said this same line. This might be the most beautiful looking game I've ever seen in VR. Like, I mean, it's on the short list. If it's not the best, I mean, there aren't five that are better than it. Would you agree with that statement, Eric?
Yeah, I'll help you out. This is the best game I've ever seen. Easy. I'll help you.
It's so
This thing is amazing.
it's beautiful, right?
I mean, how many times did you have those holy shit moments? I mean, you come out of the ship, you're like, holy shit. You look at these planets out the window, you're like, holy shit. You come out of the ship into the water and you're underwater, and you're like, holy shit. You jump up on the rock and you start looking around these canyons, you're like, holy shit. I mean, we beg for these moments in VR where you're like, oh my God, moments. And this game is like full of them, and it's one level we're looking at. And
Yeah.
if all they do is make this same gameplay and stretch it out over a full game, they have probably the best game in VR right now. So I am so excited for this game. This is probably my most highly anticipated game coming.
Yeah, and that was the big relief here, wasn't it, Roots? You know, we came off of Rhythm of the Universe Ionia, which was another beautiful looking episodic game, just like this, and we had such high hopes going into that one. And while it was worth our time going through that, it lacked a lot in terms of the gameplay loop and just the overall polish to the gameplay. There was a lot of jank with it. So I was really. You know, that game being the way it was really made me cautious coming into Hubris about getting too excited about it. But when we got into it and started playing, not only did the gameplay not feel janky to me, like it felt great. I love the controls in this game.
Yeah, yeah, it was really cool. I like the fact that you actually could jump, right? Jump, be able to climb stuff. Um, Being able to, for whatever reason, these games they are afraid to jump. Like, and I haven't felt control in jumping like this since and it's not as
Gunheart.
yeah, I was gonna say Gunheart. It's not as crazy as Gunheart 'cause you had triple jumps and stuff, but this where you're jumping and controlling where you're falling a lot, and it's very intuitive. It makes you feel very natural. I really enjoyed that. The swimming, we've said that about the what was that ark-ade game that they
Freediver.
yeah, Freediver, that if they could make a game out of that was like incorporated the swimming mechanic. This game is that. It's exactly that, and I couldn't believe it. That moment when I saw those two planets, not only because you can't really see from the video very well, but like I don't know what's going on with those planets, but they're like smashed into each other or something, dude. That blew me away. I was like, oh my God, I love space. I think that's probably the most beautiful looking space I've ever seen. And I feel like the game's got some places to go as far as what they obviously what they can then change. I don't know if your guys' how your performance. I don't know if it was Airlink. I think Airlink's acting kind of weird lately. Because I ended up having a crash is when so I didn't get as far as you guys did. I ended up crashing at one point. And it gave me some kind of error. But again, like I said, it's an early alpha, so I don't know if you guys had those issues or not.
Yeah,
I didn't crash. I didn't crash. I did have a little bit of performance issues, but with that said, I was playing on my G2 through Revive, so it was an Oculus copy that I had. I played it on my G2 through Revive, and it was a little bit choppy once you got to the other side of the water, and I cut the resolution back to 80%, and I
Nice.
couldn't tell a difference visually, and the stutters went away. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't crash at all.
Yeah.
yeah.
No.
I played it on the Quest too, but I used the I was recording it, and I didn't want to have running in any air like jank because I was recording it, so I used the link cable, and I never had an issue, never had a frame drop, nothing. I mean, I had a couple of issues of game crashes, not really even game crashes, just kind of like breaks in the game. But again, this is an alpha. You expect these things, but performance wise, didn't have an issue. But I
Yeah,
mean, you know, go ahead, Wes.
you go ahead and finish what you were
I
saying.
was just gonna say that from start to finish, I haven't seen a game like a game that's come out as an alpha that you go, wow, they nailed the look, they nailed the graphics, they nailed the performance, they nailed the mechanics, they nailed the gunplay, they nailed the inventory system, they nailed anything that you want to interact with, they nailed it. It was just everything about this game is almost perfect to me. I don't know. I just hope they don't screw it up from this point. I hope from this point on, it is what we look like here. Again, just in a completely fleshed out game, because everything is so good right now. You get these teams like Ionia. Ionia is beautiful. Mechanics were terrible. You can barely move in that game. Here, it's like the mechanics and the movement in this game are almost as good as the visuals in this game.
100%, 100%. And Skiva said that in this game, it was the best looking water that he's ever seen. Dude, the outdoors, like all of it, not just the water, but like everything, the rocks, the sunlight, the lighting effects in general, the many moons in the sky. Um, I was like Roots. I was blown away by that first visual of the twin planet system. But as blown away as I was by that, it was when I got on the ground that my jaw dropped because it was almost real. Like it looked almost real. And we've had some very realistic looking games from space, but when you get on ground, they kind of lose that a little bit. This got even better when you got on the ground, and I was super impressed. And what you're saying is absolutely true, Eric. Like the controls and the gameplay was just as good as the graphics, if not better. And that is very encouraging because what that means is we have a studio here with Cyborn. By the way, big thank you to Cyborn for inviting us to participate in this alpha demo. Very cool. Thank you very much. Um, what it means here is that these guys at Cyborn are they have a certain degree of mastery of Unreal Engine. And if a studio is good at working Unreal Engine, they can produce some amazing games in VR. And I am just so excited now to see what the full release of this is going to look like. Because like Root said, you know, after Freediver came out and they had that amazing swimming mechanic, we went to our friends at ark-ade and told them what we would like to see from a Freediver sequel. What we told them is exactly what this game is delivering. This is what we wanted Freediver to move into. We wanted the swim mechanic to just be part of the game. We wanted to come on land and have an adventure, and this game does that. And I would even venture to say that I even like the swim controls even a little bit better in this. They're easier to pick up, and I just played Freediver 3 days ago, so it's not like I don't remember. Um, it's easier to control in this game, especially since they give you a turn. You can turn with your sticks instead of using your hands to turn like you do on Freediver. Um, Everything, like all the controls, were just super easy and intuitive to pick up. And Roots, uh, I really love how they do the climbing in this game. Now it isn't the most immersive thing, but it is very easy to do. Like I didn't get frustrated climbing one time in this game.
No, because you're just looking for the highlighted area, right, to grab onto. The only thing, I guess, the only thing that I didn't like, and they could add this because they did it in the water, and when you're climbing, you cannot turn with your joystick, and if you're used to
That's
doing
true.
that on the climb or any game like that, it was like frustrating because usually when I go around a corner on the climb, I turn a little bit and then I keep going on this, and it's only my personal case thing because when I don't, I have my bed, I've got space back there, but I got to tilt it up and I got to do a whole bunch of shit. So when I don't want to deal with that, I just put my feet up against the edge of it, right? And so I know, so I don't want to be turning because I've got a smaller space, and I want to turn with the joystick, and now I'm in that situation where I'm trying not to turn, but I have to turn, but I can't turn, and that felt a little claustrophobic to me. So if they could add that, and then my only other thing that I would add to this as well, and I don't know, maybe I'm offending somebody. Maybe this is your mom that was the person in the game. I didn't care for the narrating or whoever the voice acting at this point is. I didn't care for it. I'm thinking it's so early on, it really shouldn't matter at this point. But hopefully they'll get somebody better, or if it'll flow better, or maybe I heard it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, that didn't bother me so much. The voice acting I thought was fine. But I totally agree with you with the ability to turn while climbing. There are parts in this game where you have to scale a mountain face, which kind of takes you around a curve. And then once you get around to the other side of it, if you're not standing up, if you're playing seated, you're stuck because there's no turn feature. So kudos to them for letting you turn underwater with your sticks. Uh, it would be nice if that extended to climbing as well. Um, what I really liked about the climbing is when you get to the top and you can kind of fling yourself like you're playing
Stormland.
Yeah.
Stormland, right? You kind of float up onto the top of the platform, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah, so many games get that wrong, right? And it's frustrating when they get it wrong and you can't get yourself up and you end up having you're falling all the time. But
Boneworks.
yeah, exactly.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Raza says, is this sandbox at the moment, or can you see any story? It's 100% story. This demo is basically what I imagine is the beginning of the game, and after you make it through the first little area and start to infiltrate this compound, that's when the demo ends. So
Yeah.
Well, and
it's a
Wolveraza says it looks amazing. Curious how much they're going to add to such a polished game. See, this is the thing. They only showed us this one little bit. I mean, for all we know, they have the whole game ready, and they're just going to spend the next, 2022 is next year is a couple months. We got to remember
yeah. They
that
don't need
too. So
yeah.
it
They
could
don't
come
need
out
to add
January 3rd.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't need to add anything to the gameplay. They just need to give us the rest of the game. This was like chapter 1, and hopefully there's 20 chapters. I don't expect that. This is an episodic thing, so it's probably going to be 8 or 10 chapters, I would imagine. But hopefully we can get a good 3 to 5 hours of gameplay out of it, and then they could go to work on the next episode.
Yep.
But you can see the scope that they're going for here. You can understand why they need time because it's not just so. Yeah, they showed us this one level, but it's going to take time and resources. I mean, the amount of detail that is in these maps is stunning. And like I said, we've only seen really one level. I mean, I don't know if you're going to be inside or outside or what they plan for the future. It looks like at the end you're kind of almost going inside. But you know, the amount of assets that they have in these games and the way in this game and the way it looks, I can see why it's going to take some time. I don't know how big this team is, but I mean, if they just give us more of this, I'm good with that. Just give me 4 or 5 hours of this with a good story and good gameplay.
Did you guys feel guilty
Sure.
about killing the octopus?
Yeah.
Until they started shooting at me.
Oh,
They
that's
come
right.
right after you, bro.
Well, one did
They
get on
don't.
my face and kill me. It was not cool. So
One got on my face and I just shot it off. Like
I
it
shot
flew
I shot it
away.
off my face, but I was already dead. It's too late.
You know who else
You
likes
know,
to get on your face?
My
You were going
mom.
there. I knew you were going to go there.
yeah, you got it. You got it. You got it out first. Roots, I hope this game looks the same indoors as it looks outdoors. It's some of the best outdoor scenery I've ever seen. But one of the things I saw indoors that I thought was really cool was during the transition between the tutorial and the actual level when you're just about to get off the ship. You have this kind of like hologram call from the commander. How cool was that?
That was really cool. I was impressed with. I mean, obviously, it's it should be that impressed with it, but it seemed like he was really talking to me, right? No matter where I moved, he was following. And then the backdrop of the planets behind him, it was just super cool. I just really enjoyed
Really
it.
cool effect.
Yeah,
And that guy sounds an awful lot like Darth Vader, doesn't he?
yeah,
It does.
yeah, absolutely. That voice
Like
acting was good.
I mean,
they got James Earl Jones, bro.
I
yeah,
did-
right.
They did.
But even for a hologram, the facial animations were some of the best I've seen in any game. I mean, and this was a hologram we're talking about. So, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I got up close and looked at the guy. I mean, I was looking like right in his face, and it looks so good.
Wolveraza says this is going to be strictly PCVR, right? Didn't you say it was PlayStation coming to PlayStation?
This is coming to PlayStation VR as well, but I gotta
Wow.
imagine this has to be next
Yeah.
gen PSVR, right? Like, you
Absolutely.
can't do this on a
Yeah, no
PS4.
way. No way they're getting this on PS2 or PSVR 1.
No.
I'm not sure if they're going to try to bring it to Quest or not. I kind of hope they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that they would have to water it down and just really. Well, I don't want to say that because people are doing amazing things with the Quest 2 these days. So who knows? A year from now, they might be able to actually pull off something respectable. And the gameplay is great. So as long as I get it looking decent, it'll be a good game on Quest. But I mean, there's no way they could reproduce this on Quest. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna find out for sure from the Google machine here if it's coming to Quest.
That would be amazing. I mean, I don't know how they would pull it off because
I don't think it
again,
is.
this is the best looking game I've ever seen.
I'm looking at a headline here that says Hubris announcement trailer, PCVR, Quest, PSVR.
Mm.
Wow. Maybe that's why they need the whole year. Maybe they're done with the PCVR. They need the whole year just to figure out how they're going to put this on the Quest.
Well, we keep saying whole year, but they said next year, and that's 2 months away.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that's 2 months plus. Could be 13, 14 months,
Yeah, so here we've got I've got an upload article on it. It says Hubris is no longer coming this year, but it should touch down on PC and PSVR in 2022. It's also due on Oculus Quest, though we'll be waiting to see if Cyborg can keep the title as visually appealing on that platform. So yeah, apparently they are going to work on bringing this to Quest.
sounds like
maybe Quest-
early in the year as well. Just
Yeah.
from the fact that it says it's not coming out this year, it's coming out next year. Sounds like maybe it got pushed back to the beginning of next year, but we'll see.
Well, Veraza says this is coming to Viveport Infinity as well, too, guys.
Possibly. It seems like nothing surprises me anymore with Viveport. So
Wow.
that wouldn't surprise me at all. Anyway, amazing demo. Kudos to Cyborg. I mean, is there another game that we're anticipating more highly than this now? I don't think so.
Vertigo 2. I think it'd be the only one that's up in the league with it, just because it's Zach, the prodigy.
That's true. And yeah, Project 4 I'm looking forward to as well. I want to see what's next for Stress Level 0 as they start to make games for things other than PC.
Yeah,
So, looking
absolutely.
forward to that. Anyway, this says that the demo is on Viveport now. Is that true?
Oh, I didn't know that.
The demo for what?
That's true. This Hubris.
Really?
Really? I did not know that.
That's what he said. I'm going to verify that. But if that's true, everybody go play it now.
Well, Veraza says it's been in the coming soon for a while.
Kiva said this is his number one game he wants.
Yeah, Skiva, I'm with you, man. Me too. This is what I'm looking forward to most, man.
More than GTA 3?
Yes.
You're fucking crazy.
What are you, crazy, Simon?
Yeah, Simon. Where's your jacket, bro? I wish you had that leather jacket, dude.
Oh, dude, I
That'd be
want it.
cool.
I bet you he's had sex.
Oh, he has definitely had sex. Have you seen his picture? Holy shit, bro! He's got a motorcycle in his living room.
I
That's
know,
nothing
I
says
know.
sex like that.
Absolutely. I don't know. If this is on Viveport Infinity right now, everybody in chat needs to go get Viveport Infinity. If you have a PC,
And play it.
go play this game.
It's
So you'll be like
listed
crazy.
as coming soon.
It says,
on
"Oh,
the
nope,
Viveport,
it's not there."
The demo or the game?
the game. I don't see anything about the demo at all. I even typed in without demo and with the demo, so I don't.
Yeah.
We'll check.
I mean, I was
Steam.
under the impression that the developer was given, access to content creators only right now.
That's what I
Yeah, I
heard.
mean, we had to send our email addresses and stuff in, like for our Oculus accounts, just to get this added on. So that's why it was so surprising to me. Like,
Yeah.
they already put it on Viveport.
What did we jump through the hoops for? The Oculus version, bro. I wonder if
We're checking
Zucker's played it.
Steam.
Do you think Zuckerberg plays VR?
Says he does.
Yeah. I hope he's at least tried it.
Oh
Hope he's
god.
at least put the quest on his head once.
He's like, dude, I'm never trying that shit. I'll sell it. I'm never trying it. No, I think he's probably more of him. Think about what he's tried. He's probably tried so much better, way better shit than we've ever tried.
He's been playing GTA San Andreas for a year.
Oh yeah, he's been playing GTA San Andreas, and he's got a hooker. Like when you go to find a hooker, they've got some kind of robo attachment. I'm not going to go into details. It's a little bit too much, but this is the night show, so
it is. We can do those things.
Yep.
Wife is in the chat. She says this game is beautiful. Actually,
Yeah.
I let her put the headset on for a minute when I was playing it earlier, and she was just as blown away as I am. Like,
I'm jealous of I'm jealous of your G2. I'd like to check. I should have tried it with my index. I didn't even think to do it.
Where's your flow?
No,
when do they come out?
You think I can play this on the flow?
No.
I don't have any controllers.
Yeah, I don't know what you'd be doing. Well, you don't need them. You're swimming, bro.
What do you? Yeah, what do I need controllers for?
Yeah, you can play air
maybe
unplugged.
you can,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It does hand tracking, right? Does it?
No.
No.
No, not yet.
Oh, you gotta use a phone. That's right. Your phone is your remote.
Yeah, but think of how many great games I can play with my phone.
Oh god, that was the worst pickup, I think.
Oh man, what are you trying to say?
You should have got the Ray-Bans. Oh, you did get those too, right?
No,
Or
I didn't. No, I didn't know. It was either that. It was either the Ray-Bans or the Flow.
Yeah.
I thought you got both of them.
No, God, my wife would divorce me. She's ready to divorce me now. If they had dropped the headsets last Thursday, it would have been all over. I'd be sleeping at Ruuts' house right now.
Oh god. Well, there's an extra bed in the other room.
Nice.
Well, anyway, again, thank you to Cluj Interactive for providing the giveaway keys for the Synth Riders giveaway. Amazing update, and thank you to Hubris or Hubris developer Cyborn for providing us with review access to your alpha demo. Pretty good. Makes for a pretty good episode this week, guys. But with that said, we got to move on because we have had a hell of a month in VR world here, and we got some game of the month to decide. And I'm not sure about any of these damn categories this week, man. I don't know who I'm going to pick to win. We're going to be leaning heavily on the chat, even with regard to PlayStation VR, which is where we're going to start. PlayStation VR really only had 2 notable releases this month. And I know where I'm leaning, but when I ask myself the question, which one did I enjoy more? It's probably not the one that I'm going to end up picking for weird enough reasons. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the first release from PlayStation VR this month. On the 7th of October, PSVR got Song in the Smoke from 17-bit. This game dropped for $30. I hesitate to say too much on it because I still feel like we're writing the book on this one. Like, I'm still playing it, and I am playing it. I'm going back to it from time to time, but I haven't finished it yet. But what I can say is it is keeping me engaged, and I'm enjoying it in a way that I really haven't enjoyed another survival game in VR up until this point.
Well, there's definitely a case to be made for this one, right? As far as that goes for survival. I need to get back into this one too because I haven't been enjoying it like everybody. You know, when Drew was saying, I think it was last time when we talked about this, he had some very stern things he said about this game. You just need to go into it. I think he said it in the comments. You need to pick berries. He had some very stern things that you need to do to get going in this. I think I need to do that because I got a little daunted with the eating, right? And that's where I ended up getting stuck. But people rave about this game, and if it brought you in like that, I'd say it's probably more than better game than
Hunting
a
is
survival
fun.
game.
I was having problems starving for a while too, but once you start hunting, it gets really fun.
Yeah, and that's where this game takes off too. Is when it's a little tedious in the beginning because you have nothing and you're basically just picking berries and mushrooms and shit like that. And but once you get going and things start to pick up and what you can do, and you start facing some enemies and some monsters, and shit gets real quick with that stuff. And that's really when I think the game takes off because it brings on a new level. It's not just a survival game; it's almost like a little bit of a horror game because it gets pretty freaky with some of these the animals and different creatures at night.
Yeah, and then you have the weird factor, right? Well, this lore of this
Yeah.
mystical world that you're in. That's probably my favorite thing out of all of it, even more than the gameplay. It's this world that you're in, and all these crazy animals. It's like they set it up with realistic survival mechanics, but put you in this total fantasy world. Well, and that I don't know if that's not my very favorite thing about this game is the world, the lore, and it makes you want to explore and survive so that you can learn more about this crazy place that you're in.
Yeah, it's always pulling you through too, right? You always feel
Yeah.
like very linear, but it doesn't feel linear. It feels like you're just getting pulled through the story. That is one thing that I do like about it. I feel like it's not. I rarely did I feel like, oh man, where the hell do I go? You get turned around every once in a while, but for the most part, just following those orbs, right? And it's just I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Well, this is weird because it's linear and it's not at the same time. So, like, the path to progress through the game is linear, but the map is big and you can progress at your own pace. You can stay in the first level for weeks if you want to, and there's plenty to do to keep you busy while you're there. And whenever you're ready to move on, the path is clear. It's very linear. But the maps are big, and you can get lost in them if you don't actually use your map that they give you. Um, so I really enjoyed that aspect of it because you guys know me and my gameplay style. I'm one that likes to explore. I like
Hmm.
to linger a bit. So I appreciate that this game isn't pushing me to progress, but instead letting me go at my own pace.
It was all about
Yeah.
exploration and discovery anyway, right?
Yeah,
So kind of need
absolutely.
to do it at your pace. Sure.
And every day that you spend in the area, you're just learning new skills and how to. You're learning things that are going to help you survive in the next area. So it's a good idea not to maybe move so fast in this game because I feel like if you move too fast, it's going to take you down and you're going to die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, this is one of those
Uh,
games that you want to do a deeper dive into, right? Like I'm glad we're doing this next week because I want to get back into this game. I want to get, and unfortunately, some of our time doesn't afford us time to play into these games as deeply as we want to. So, I'm looking forward to going back in, and I am going to do what Delirium Drew suggested. I am going to start from scratch. I think I'm going to start my game over again, just because I know so much more now, and I'm not going to make some of the same mistakes. And I think it'll be a smoother playthrough the second time.
so yeah, I'm glad that we're still in this, and I agree, Eric. I'm glad that we've decided to come back to it next week. Um, with that said, this is game of the month. We're not going to rehash our whole review of it. Uh, but I think it's notable here that we are talking about PlayStation VR Game of the Month, and we did not play this on PlayStation VR. Um, so typically, in these situations, we look to the PSVR community. We look to Without Parole. We look to all of the community which spirals out from them. That there's a whole collection of channels from Game Cats that have gone on to make their own channels, and now those channels are very notable in their own right. So we look to those guys and their opinion, and they all say the same thing. They all say game of the year, game of the year. This is game of the year. Um, so we move on to the other PSVR release. And as far as their reaction to this game is the polar opposite. And I'm talking about Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife. Now, as many great things as they said about Song in the Smoke, people are saying just the opposite about Wraith the Oblivion Afterlife. But my experience, my personal experience, when I asked myself, which of these games did you enjoy more? I like Wraith better, to be quite honest. I get it. I'm a horror guy. I'm a horror buff. Some of the negative things they said about this game, it's just like made me feel like they were playing a different game than I was. And I'm not just picking on Without Parole specifically. I mean, there were others. I really enjoyed this game a lot, and I mean, Mash, we even put it on like our top 3 horror games for Oculus Quest when we did our list a few weeks back, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think it was we interchanged our top 3, but I think it was pretty much almost number 1, really.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm in a bit of a pickle here, Roots, because we didn't play either of these games on PlayStation VR, and while Wraith pretty much finished that a long time ago, we're still kind of riding uh, the story for Song in the Smoke with regards to our experience in it. And then if we lean on what the people are saying that did play it on PlayStation VR, it's overwhelming and couldn't be any different, like any further of a reaction. We have Song in the Smoke, which they're calling Game of the Year, and then we have Wraith, which they're calling absolute garbage. Um, so I don't know, man. What are your thoughts on the situation?
It's tough. It's tough because, like you said, we didn't play either one on the PlayStation VR. I know when Dave Station was on the show, he raved, like he went off, raved about this game. He loved it. So I got to take that into consideration as well. Um, I don't know, man. Or not this game, Song of the Smoke. That's my thing. I kind of lean towards Song in the Smoke because it's just seems to be universally loved from the community in the PlayStation VR community. And like I said, that this one is not, even though our experience on the other platform was really good. So I don't even know what were their complaints. Were they complaints that would have been
Everything, dude. They complained about everything. They thought that it sucked. They thought that the story was terrible. They thought that it wasn't scary at all. Like that. I mean, everything. They had pretty much one legitimate complaint out of everything they said, in my opinion, in my experience with the game. They didn't like that the way the story was being told by having these non-animated characters pop up with and act out voice scenes. They thought it should have been full on like cinema scenes, I guess, which I can kind of see that. But everything else they said, I disagree with vehemently.
And I got a quick question for you. Now I have a ton of respect for Brian and AJ and
Absolutely.
all the cats out there. But I'm going to ask
Friends
this
of the
question.
channel. Friends of the
Absolutely.
channel. Yeah.
But I'm going to ask this question. If this game released on the PlayStation at the same time as it did on every other platform, would they have had this same thought?
Well, here's the thing: that they played it on Quest when it came out, and they were pretty down on it then too. Like they both have Quest, and they
Right.
played it on Quest.
Hmm.
They were
But they
down on
wouldn't.
it then. I kind of convinced them to give it another shot, telling them that the second half's better, which in my opinion is the truth. This game don't really take off story wise until you get to the midway point of the game, and that's when all the ghosts start coming after you. Like it's way better in the second half than the first.
Yeah.
And they literally came on last week and said that the second half was worse than the first. Like they had the complete total opposite experience that I had. And Diz in the chat says Brian said that it was a 4-hour game. Like I mean, I don't know if you guys finished it or not, but like it took me a lot longer than that to finish this game.
Yeah, I definitely didn't finish the whole thing, but 4 hours is I think I went past 4 hours. It took us 2 hours just to get started, right? Till it warmed up
Yeah.
to get to the point where the story was unfolding. But this is the thing. Everybody's tastes are different, and Song of the Smoke, I think for sure for me, I think it seems to be the better of the PlayStation VR games. If we're talking about a different platform, I might have a different. Actually, I think I would have a different answer, just from what the community of PlayStation is saying. So,
Well, I agree, and this is kind of what really settles it for me. And I agree with what you're saying, Roots. That the PSVR community seemed to overwhelmingly love Song in the Smoke, but I recognize that I'm biased towards horror games, and that's probably why I enjoyed my experience in it so far. But when you look at the gameplay versus gameplay, I can kind of see their point a little bit. There's a lot more to Song in the Smoke than there is Wraith in terms of gameplay. It's a lot more original of a concept for a game, a lot more original concept for a game, and it's a lot more replayable. So I can see why someone who isn't like totally into horror games would enjoy that game more. And I agree with you, Roots. I think that since this is on PlayStation VR, uh, we will defer to the experts in that field, and I think I'm going to vote Song in the Smoke as well. What do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I was gonna vote Song and Smoke anyway. I was just gonna give my little, push for Afterlife because I think it's such a great game. But yeah, I mean, in the end, I mean, for me, Song of the Smoke's a little bit more my type of game. That's why I would kind of vote for that. And like you said, replayability. I mean, I would definitely go back to Song of the Smoke before I would probably go back to this one again, just because once you're through it, you're through it.
Yeah. Right.
So,
And I haven't finished Song of the Smoke yet, but if I lost my save tomorrow, I wouldn't be upset. I would
yeah,
actually kind of be happy, like I get to do it again now with the knowledge I have. You know what I
exactly. Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
So yeah, much more replayable. So yeah, Song in the Smoke, this month's PSVR game of the month. I don't think we need to get the chat involved with this one. I think it's a pretty clean win for
Mm,
17-bit. So kudos to those guys.
hell yeah.
I'm going to just take a second here to make note of it so that when we deliberate here in about a month and a half, we'll know who the winners are. I guess sooner than that. Now, like we got a couple of weeks of rolling out all this new stuff for our channel, and then we're going to have to dive right into category selection for our awards and then voting. Like we have a couple of weeks of letting people vote on who they think should win the awards. Then we go on break and choose the winners and come back with the 2021 show. So it's right at hand, man. We're a week into November now, so
crazy.
literally
Yeah, it's
we have
crazy.
the whole rest of our year pretty much written for us at this point. And we got to find a way somewhere in there to cover after the fall as well.
Oh my god, dude.
As well as some other games. There's some other games that got announced this week that look cool. So
Yeah, did you see that? What was the one there? The Twilight Zone. That's new.
I haven't dug deep into to it, but I did see that it got announced.
Yeah.
I saw that. What's the name of? Hold on. The developer of Rush, the developer of Mini Motor Racing X. What's their name?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
They just revealed a new game's coming out like next week. It looks cool.
Yeah, I did see that one too. That did look good.
Already got review request in for it. Hopefully they'll respond because I want to check it out. It looks like it has some very there's some little depth to the gameplay and storytelling in it, so
Mm.
it looks cool.
Yeah.
All right, Song in the Smoke, this month's winner. Then we move on to PCVR, and this is where things start to get a little bit messy, guys. We have 6 titles on the ledger for PCVR this month. First of which we just spoke about, Song in the Smoke, everybody's favorite game. Everybody's game of the year, Song in the Smoke, came out on PCVR on the 7th of October, again for $30. And this was the version, well, one of the versions I played. I played it both on PCVR and Quest. I think I played it most on PCVR though, because it is a little bit improved graphically. It's a lot. The world is a lot more full on PCVR than it is on Quest.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Drew. Binary Mill. That's the name of the developer behind Rush. They have a story-driven like adventure game getting ready to come out on Quest, and the graphics look a little questy, but the gameplay looks really cool.
Did they do Gun Club too, or something like that? Binary Real? They do Gun Club, yeah. And
No, I
Rush.
did Gun Club. Onakazi says resist. Yes, Onakazi.
Yeah, that
Resist
was
is exactly it. Thank you. Anyway, after Song in the Smoke, we actually the same day, Survive came out for PCVR. This game released by Candy Makers out of early access into full release on the 7th of October. $25 for this one. I think that the fact that we only played this for an hour is unfortunate. I feel like this game's probably better than our experience. I've heard enough people since we played it tell us that we missed a lot with regards to this game, and I sincerely want to go back into it at some point. I still have it on my hard drive. I haven't deleted it yet. I want to get another session in before we give up on it, because there was a lot to like about Survive.
As much as we missed, we didn't miss the jank. That's for damn sure. It's there. But yeah, I definitely, there's enough good stuff there that yeah. You saying the words you said did make me a little sad coming out of early access. Because that shouldn't.
Well, that's the thing, right? Right? It shouldn't have been the way it was in full release. Like, this is the type of stuff that they've been in early access for a long time. They should have ironed some of this stuff out.
Yeah. Well, and it says in the thing that the multiplayer is experimental, so maybe that's not out of early access. So I don't know.
I never even considered trying to play this as a single player game. That might be it. Like, that might be what you want to do.
Yeah, somebody was saying that they did that and that it played significantly better. So,
and they might have had their hand forced by after the fall. Like maybe they weren't even planning about coming out of early access yet, or doing this multiplayer, and they were like, "We don't do it after the fall is going to come out, and we're screwed at that point. So we better get our game out there now." So
that's true. And after the fall coming from Vertigo Games, Survive coming from 2 dudes.
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, we need to give it another shot, I think.
Just says our stream of the game made him delete the game.
What was the red? What was the red screen?
The red screen. Yeah, that was very
That's
frustrating.
terrible. Yeah, I mean, I understand them wanting to put a mechanic in place. Like, if you're on the edge of death, like, it should be more difficult to operate. But blinding you in a video game is never a good idea.
Have it fade in and out. Let me go blind for 5 seconds and then come back in for 5 seconds, or you know what I mean? Like, that would be frustrating, but at least you could see what's happening.
Yeah, or make me limp or something. Just
Exactly.
Blind me.
Exactly. Make your decrease your locomotion speed would be like the obvious thing to do, right? They could put like an audio cue and decrease your locomotion speed. Maybe even give you a vignette, but you can still see through it.
Yeah.
That would all make sense. Making your whole screen turn red I mean, it was impossible to do anything at that point. You might as well just die.
Yeah.
That's it.
You know.
You know what game came out of early access that wasn't janky almost at all, Wes? And what day did that come out?
What was that? What was,
no.
it came out on the
Hell
on the
Road.
9th, 2 days later.
Yeah, Hell Road on the PCVR, right?
Yeah, Hell Road VR. This came to us from our friends at Travel Lab Replay 2 days later on the 9th for $20. This is what a game should look like when it comes out of a couple years of early access.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this new Halloween update. Super spooky.
Yeah, yeah, it was a great job that they did on this game, and you know, looking into their studio, it's not a surprise. You know, they're not just like a game development studio; they're a VR studio for hire to do all sorts of different work inside the VR space. They just also happen to make games, and I thought that they did a very good job on this one, and I told them myself that I hope that they continue to make games, and because this one is a load of fun and really well done.
Yeah, absolutely. And Diz says his enjoyment was my disappointment. That's what he found amusing in that last game, Survive.
Well, at least the video was entertaining, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Anyway, I saw Wolveraza, I think maybe talking in the Discord about Hell Road, and I think he agrees. It's an awesome, fun time.
Yeah,
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 it
it's
is.
really good. Especially the jousting, right?
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah.
I like
Don't hit
I like
don't hit the exploding barrels with it though.
I like the grinder that you put
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
front of your bike. You just run over those assholes.
Yeah, that's always nice.
I never got this little
Uh,
crossbow in the picture. Did you guys? Didn't see it.
I don't
That was cool, man.
I don't
They
know that
let
I did
you.
either.
Yeah, I didn't get the crossbow. I kind of stuck with the shotgun and the revolver. Those are the ones I really like to use.
Yeah.
Anyway, Song of the Smoke, Survive, Hell Road VR. Any month, that would be a hell of a lineup for PCVR, but we're only halfway there. And as we round the bend, guys, we then come to Lone Echo 2 from Ready at Dawn. This game launched 3 days later, the 12th of October, for $40. Out of all of the games on the list, this was the AAA one, right? And you know, we waited a long time to receive this game, and the results certainly worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely really good game. Definitely delivered with a sequel to the story. I really haven't gone back to it yet. I need to go back to it. It was really cool. I was impressed.
Yeah, everything that the first game does, this one does better. Yes, Eric?
Yep, everything. Yeah, even you know the visuals, which I didn't think they were going to be able to get better. I think got a little bit better. Gameplay, story. This game is awesome. This is what a true AAA PC VR game is all about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And just as we're saying this, Delirium Drew asked in the chat, did we like Lone Echo 1 or 2 better? I haven't finished 2, but it certainly seems like a better game at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
And then see, now Diz the Game Cat says Lone Echo 2, game over. Not so fast, Diz the Game Cat, because 2 days after that, we got Eye of the Temple from Runa Skovbo Johansson. $20 for this game. And unlike the other games on this list, well, yeah, unlike the other games on this list, this game really does something that we've never seen before in a game. Like, this game uses, you know, the most simple yet ingenious ways to overcome room scale in a limited play space. And at the same time, guys, it delivers an awesome adventure through a beautiful map. I really, really like this game.
Yeah, I've never been on an exploration game or in VR like this, to where you're just constantly turning and moving, right? And if you turn down your grid like Wes did, because I kind of had to turn my. I mean, I was able to shrink it, but I still haven't been able to get myself to trust it 100%, even though it is 100% since I fixed my play space. It's directed me perfect every time. I mean, I don't know what they're doing in this algorithm, but it's amazing and it's really good. So.
5 years in development, and it shows, doesn't it, Eric?
Yeah, this is a truly unique game. You won't find anything like this game out there. I mean, it really is amazing. I cannot believe that one guy did this by himself. And just having the idea to do this is truly amazing. It's amazing that another bigger studio hasn't tried to do this, and it might be just because it's not cost effective because it took this guy 5 years to do. You know what I mean? So it's a testament to the fact that he went through it and he kept on it and 5 years and he pulled it off, and it's a really really good game.
Yeah, ever since I got into PCVR, I've heard these OG PC guys talk about room scale like it was this holy grail. And every time that I've ever tried room scale, I really didn't see it. Like
Yeah.
I haven't enjoyed it as much as I enjoy my, stationary experiences until this game. This is the one game that proved out the potential for room scale to me. And Radio Rent kind of says it. There's no other game like this. And that's pretty big brownie points in a competition like this if you can say that you're the first to do something like this.
Radio Rod says Eye of the Temple is a must buy, and I would agree. It's not only that it does something that it has never been done. It's super fun and super cool. Like, I don't know, there's something about not using your joystick and completely being directed around this area. And the first time when I stepped onto a block and it started going up and everything opened up and I was it's a puzzle game on top of everything else in some respects, because you have to try to figure out, okay, you see where you need to go but you can't go that way and you need to figure out how to get that way, right? Like, so you go one direction going over here and you're turning something that's turning something else, and then you come back around. And I don't know, man, I really enjoy it. I definitely I mean, I we got one more game to talk about, but I'll tell you, Mike, right now, this is like Radio Runt before he came in this fucking episode. Right off the bat, he was screaming about this game, Eye of the Temple, hands down. That's how I felt. That's how I felt this whole time before when I was making the list. This game made such an impression on me. I can't see how I don't pick it for game of the month. As amazing as the graphics are, Lone Echo 2. And again, we still will have one more game to talk about. I don't want to take away from that one either, but this game just really impressed me.
Well, let's go ahead and put it out there then, because I did feel like Arcade deserved a spot on this list. This game came on the 26th of October from Costello Incorporated, $20. Now, this is a game that I've only played the demo for. I have not received a full copy of this game yet. Hopefully I do, though, because I really enjoyed the demo, and this is a game that I really hope to return to see where it goes. But it was one of the more notable VR game releases this month, and I felt like it deserved a spot on this list.
I've heard people raving about this game.
Yeah.
It really does make you feel like it's Tron like you got sucked into this video game. It looks super cool to me. It definitely looks unique.
Definitely a game that's probably going to end up being nominated for the Riggs Award this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. This is definitely retro, right? For sure.
Yeah, I bet you'd love this game.
Well, let's clarify. The John Riggs Award is for best retro nostalgia in the game. So we have some ethical questions. We have, well, maybe not ethical questions, but we have some questions to deal with regards to this specific category, because you know being able to play certain ports, like say for example Doom 3 in VR, brings a certain amount of retro nostalgia, but it's a different type than games like this that really lean into that old school retro. But it's all retro nostalgia. So the question is, do we allow those ports into the category based on the fact that they're old games and they really do deliver that nostalgia. Because if they do, this is going to be a hard win for an arcade or a Stones of Harleth when you're going up against games like Doom 3 and Resident Evil 4.
I think there's enough games like Doom 3 or Resident Evil 4 for its own category. A retro remake or however you want to do it. Like that's a different type of retro with nostalgia than, or maybe this is the indie version of it. That's a AAA retro. I don't know. You know what I mean? I think that they would be two different categories, or should be anyway.
Yeah.
Gamma Smash joins us in the chat, says, I totally agree about Eye of the Temple. It did.
I always look to you, Mash, because I never know if it's just him or if it's me.
So if I
You locked
froze
up
like
again.
this, you'd be
Well,
all.
because that happens
all
sometimes. I'm like, oh shit, is it me?
I'm gonna do that next time just to freak you out.
Fucker. Damn it.
So, guys, let me ask you, can we at least agree for PCVR this month that it comes down to Lone Echo 2 and Eye of the Temple, right?
Absolutely. I would say so.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have
Alright.
problems because Ruuts is definitely in one camp, and I know that I am definitely in the other.
You.
All right, well,
Son of a
How
bitch.
dare you?
How
I
dare
know.
you,
So,
Eric?
I know.
so
I know.
go ahead and make your case, Eric, as I take it to the chat.
So yeah, I'm 100% behind Lone Echo 2. This game is amazing. It looks great. The story is engaging. These characters are you care about these characters. They're just as good this time around as they were last time. I want to see where it brings me. I have not finished it yet, but I have put some more time back into it. And everything I loved about the first one is here, but this is a little bit even better. The movement system, I'm not sure what it is, but it just seems like it's a little easier for me this time to move around. Some of the movement I had last time was a little bit difficult. Maybe it's just because I've just got finished playing through the rest of Lone Echo 1 and I had a little more practice now. But I don't know. Everything about this game is it's a AAA game. It's what we've been asking for, and they delivered it. And I can't not give it. And I loved Eye of the Temple, but again, these guys gave us exactly what we asked for, a AAA game. I cannot not give this game of the month.
That's the thing, right? We have Eye of the Temple, which gives us true room scale for the first time in PCVR. But then we have Lone Echo, which gives us true AAA game in VR, which
For the
there aren't.
first time. Oh, wait, it's not the first time.
It's not, but it certainly isn't. I mean, what do we have? We don't have 20, especially on PC. We
This is
probably don't
my
even have 10.
this is my thing with Lone Echo. As good as it is, and we said this when it dropped, and we agreed. It's really good, but there's not anything really different than the first. Not much, you know what I mean? It's more of the same. It's a continue. I mean, you know what I mean? They didn't do anything new. And I'm not saying the first game was amazing. The second game's amazing. I just on the stance that what Gamma Smash said. It made them feel like they were in VR for the first time again. That's what we're chasing, right? We're always chasing that feeling. Lone Echo 2 didn't make me feel that way. Whereas Eye of the Temple did.
I see. See, I'm torn on this. I don't know which way to go. I think that they both deserve to win. So I'm really kind of hoping the chat gives me some direction here.
Radio
So you
One
have-
says
you
it's
have made a
it's
decision
good.
yet?
It's just more Lone Echo though.
Yeah, that's true.
That is very true. But I mean, it's more Lone Echo, though. It's more Lone Echo. You know what I mean? It's Lone Echo,
Yeah.
man. It's more of that. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
have one game that I'm looking forward to getting back into the most right now, and it's definitely Lone Echo 2. I want to see where the story goes. I want to see what's going on. There is stuff going on in this that's a continuation from the first one, and I want to see where this leads. The storytelling is so good in this game, and it looks so good that I'm really looking forward to getting back in.
So I propose that while the chat is casting their vote here, and I'm going to go with the chat. Wherever the chat lands is where I'm putting my vote. But I think that we should agree that both of these games deserve recognition, and we'll have a winner and we'll have a a runner-up so that they can both be in the conversation for Game of the Year.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, last call, guys, to get your votes in. It looks like with 13 votes in, Eye of the Temple's probably up by 1 vote. So
Oh, I didn't vote yet. Hold on. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
well, we'll give it about another 30 seconds here, and we'll call it.
I'll tell you what, it's good. I mean, it's for a platform that's dead. Yeah, six
Alright.
good
Yeah, hell
games
yeah.
right there, right?
You're right.
Yeah, and I about said that PCVR won this month, but not so fast, guys. MetaQuest has a little something to say about that. All right, so we did get 2 more votes in, and the percentages are the same. It looks like the Temple is going to win by a vote. So come back tomorrow, and we will declare Lone Echo 2 the winner.
Yeah,
3 days.
Oh, wait a
yeah,
minute.
really.
A week.
Yeah, we're
A
gonna.
week.
I think it might take a week to get those votes in created.
Right.
Gamma Smash
We
says
want to make sure everyone gets to vote. their chance
yes.
to vote.
Gamma Smash says to Delirium Drew, it wasn't just the room scale. I've tried other room scale stuff. It was the movement system that really took it to the next level. It was just so convincing, and I think that's what it was. It was so easy to get it. It is so easy to get lost in it. You get so wrapped up in the immersion of this adventure, right? That you really are going on these platforms and doing all these things and rolling on this. I don't even feel right about talking about this game without Game of the Month without watching this amazing video. It's just good, man. I want to get to the minecart. That's all I gotta say. Minecart.
I know. I don't feel bad about this winning. I mean, it's not. I mean, they're both amazing games. So I love this game, and I'm so glad that that a lot of people like it because we need more of this type of game. And Big Chris 007 in chat says I still need to finish Lone Echo 1, but I got into my Valve Index before I finished it. Now I have to link my Quest 2 just to finish it before I can start Lone Echo 2. You really need to finish Lone Echo 1 before you go to Lone Echo 2. You need to be invested in these 2 characters, and you cannot do that until you get to the end of Lone Echo 1, because that's when you really, really get invested in these 2 characters, and you'll want to see their continuing story in Lone Echo 2.
That's true. Mash, this game is so good. We both bought copies for people, right?
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the minecart's going to end up being a fast travel is what I think it's going to be because
No, don't say that.
from the way that I noticed how the gameplay is working, it seems like you're unlocking things that you're going to come to later in the temple by collecting these crystals and things, and you wonder how you're going to go backwards if you miss some of these things. I think that the minecart is the answer to that question. I think that that's how you're going to get back. If you haven't collected enough at the by the time you make it to the eye of the temple, then you're going to get in your
Go
little
back
cart
and go all the way back.
go back and replay the sections. That's right.
So do you think it's just a fast travel? Though? There's no gameplay to it.
I don't think that it's a level or anything like that. I think it's a way to travel.
That's disappointing.
But it's that's all speculation on my part,
Yeah.
but it makes sense.
The Radio Runt says it really feels like you're going on an adventure. That is correct, Ruuts, and I agree. So.
All right, well, that settles it. Eye of the Temple, this month's PCVR game of the month. Lone Echo 2, the runner-up. And again, for those of you who don't know, the reason why we do game of the month is so that we can have nominees for game of the year when we give away the year-end awards. And not only the winners are nominees, but the runners-up are also nominees when we decide to do a runner-up. And I think that this is a very clear textbook case of when we should do a runner-up.
Yeah, 100%.
Agree.
Right, so we move on. We say PCVR had a strong month, but so did the MetaQuest, or the soon-to-be MetaQuest. But since we're getting into Quest, we got another game to give away, right? Isn't that a Quest game?
Yes.
It is a Quest game. It's one of the best games on Quest. Pretty sure this game won Game of the Month hands down when it came out. So why don't we start off by calling Oprah back out? Seizure, inducing Oprah back out.
That blame Eric. He's the one that
There you
got
go.
me.
I can use my my Mr. Task.
Yeah, it's a dual
Golf club
thing. You got
stock.
your Mr. Task is a golf club thing and for seizures.
Anyway, thanks for stopping by, Radio Runt. Good to see you here. Anyway, hopefully there's some people out there that don't have this in depth yet. You know, we've pretty much sold this game as one of the reasons to get an Oculus Quest. This is one of the best games. It's one of the few ports that are better on Quest, and this one, the best example of that. I feel like of all the ports from other platforms onto Quest, this is the one that is by far better than any other version. Like it's not even close. A different developer, you know, the original developer was Soulfar Studios. Super Bright took over in depth, and we want to thank our friends at Super Bright for providing us these giveaway keys. But it just had a brand new update hit it today with a new 4th level. Guys, the PC and PlayStation versions only have 2 levels. This version has 4 now, and a lot of extra mechanics and things that aren't part of the original game. It almost makes me think like they should be porting this version back over into PlayStation and PC and charging people another $30 for it.
That'd be crazy, right? Wouldn't that be funny? They should do it. Let's do it.
I agree. I mean, that thing's beautiful, right? It looks like a freaking PC game already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Super Bright really took this game and ran with it. I mean, I feel bad for the original devs.
Big Chris says Oprah's giving me a seizure.
The shocker. She's being shocked right now. So let's pick up the pace. She is pissed or excited. I can't tell.
Anyway, so 3 copies of In Depth to give away, guys. 1 to the chat right now. Whoever answers the trivia question first wins a copy. Secondly, much like before, all you got to do is leave a comment down below saying that you would like to enter the drawing for In Depth Unchained. And next Wednesday, we will draw a winner. Of course, make sure you're subscribed. If you are the winner, you must be subscribed. So subscribe, comment. We'll draw another winner next Wednesday. Now, for those of you listening to the audio podcast, how did we do the audio giveaway last week? It was people had to enter through my social media, right?
I believe so.
How about this? We're putting up a new Virtual Strangers social media account this week. So why don't we hold on to this? And by the time we come back on Sunday, all those socials will be up, and we will instruct our audio listeners then how they can win their copy of this game.
Oh, so this is just this is just a heads up.
Yeah.
So you guys tune in onto the Sunday show, and by that point, we'll have our new social media accounts up, and you guys can follow and enter by those means.
Big Chris says, for the love of God, just ask the damn. No, he said, just ask the question. Damn it! Just want to know.
Oh shit.
Big Chris, have you not taken part in any of our giveaways before? He says, "Don't make it complicated," right? you apparently haven't been around for these before. All right, dude. I'm gonna keep talking shit. I'll sit here all night, bro. Keep talking shit. We'll give it away on the next episode. How about that?
Oh.
So, Ruuts, how's the weather in Denver?
It's actually not too bad here. It's been a little bit warmer. Hey, Drew says question mark exclamation mark. Damn it! The fuck is happening here?
He doesn't know what's going on.
All right. So, question, and again, guys, just a reminder: whoever shows up first on my screen is the winner. Just because your screen says you were first, don't mean that you actually were first. All right. So for this copy of In Depth Unchained for Oculus Quest, answer this question. What was the PlayStation VR game of the month this month?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Nobody's getting this.
Nobody's getting this one. If this was the Quest group, nobody would get this. We'd be
Oh my
like,
God, we'd be here for a week.
what was that one that Nick asked or somebody asked one? It was like, what? So I was like,
It was
so ridiculously hard, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it
what?
was
It's
when
Hasselhoff.
Hasselhoff.
it's like I know you guys threw a real softball when Carbon Studios was on and nobody got it. Like
Oh,
you literally had
Oh,
just
yeah.
said it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I asked one time who was the founder of Oculus, and nobody got it. I had to like go to a different question. Nobody
Yeah,
knew
right.
that Palmer Luckey was the founder of Oculus.
Yeah.
Diz the Game Cat, congratulations, Diz. Let me make sure I didn't miss somebody. Everyone laughing at my question or laughing at me not asking it. Yeah.
Big-
So looks like Diz the Game Cat's the only one that answered the question. So
Big Chris says
Diz-
he came on your screen first. You know who else likes to come on your screen first, Wes?
My mom.
Oh yeah, she does.
He says Alabama Sunshine. That's my favorite, bro.
Oh yeah.
Congratulations, Diz. Man, it's starting to feel like Quest 2 community around here. All these games flying around.
Yeah.
You know the drill, bro. Hit me up on Discord. We'll get you your key. Again, big thanks to our friends over at Super Bright for once again providing us with giveaway keys. You guys are awesome.
Yep.
Anyways, let's talk about what came out on the Meta Quest this month. You guys might not have heard, but this game called Song in the Smoke came out on the 7th of October. It was $30 from 17-bit. I heard some people like it.
Yeah, you know what's funny about this game on the Meta is just like everything that came out this month on the Meta. It's like, fuck, man, you're going up against it. There's so many good games and big games, dude. Like, I mean, this is one of them. And you think about some of the other ones, and you're like, oh my god, it's going up against the next game that we're going to mention. Super bad competition to go up against, right? For both of each other. But then there's even ones down the road, man. I just can't believe the competition this month.
Right.
It's gonna be
Well,
the
with
best
the
month of the year. It's gonna be like the best month of the year, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah, I
I
mean,
have to
it's
look back and see
pretty
what
damn
else
good.
is out there. But I mean, how do you beat these games? You know, how do you beat this month?
Yeah, we've had some pretty crazy months, but this is right up there.
Yep.
Skiva says he hasn't played it yet. Like, wow, what?
What?
The hell's wrong with you,
Dude, this-
bro? How dare you?
I'd be
How
interested
dare
to hear
you.
what you think about it, Skiva, because it is a survival game, but it's a very unique survival game, and it's the first one I've really enjoyed. Like I like playing the forest because I was hanging out with friends, but I enjoy this just because it's a cool game. It's a cool world to explore, and you know the survival stuff's actually pretty fun too. So yeah, I'll be interested to hear your thoughts on it when you finally do get in there.
Yeah.
Gas
The
the
art-
Gamer says, I've only recently got in here. Did y'all do the drawing giveaway? Dude, we literally just finished up the last of our 3 giveaways on this episode. But
He's got-
but good news is that we've got 2 second chance drawings in the comments below. We're giving away a copy of Synth Riders on a platform of your choice. We're giving away a copy of In Depth Unchained on Oculus Quest. All you got to do is subscribe, comment down below that you'd like to enter the drawing, come back 1 week from the night, and we're going to pick more winners. That goes for you too, Big Chris. Leave a comment down there, bro, and make sure you're subscribed. Come back next week, and we're going to give it away all over again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, second on the MetaQuest list also came out on October 7th in the release date questionable decision of the year, Shadowgate VR, The Mines of Mythrock. Guys, a great game overshadowed by all the hype surrounding Song in the Smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing game. Actually, you just had a developer on last night, right? Talking
did,
about this
yeah.
game.
Yeah, Dave Marsh. Yeah, they just did a big update, like a Halloween update that had a whole bunch of other stuff in it too. And yeah, it's just a great game, amazing
This
game.
is This is another one I would put in that category of retro nostalgia. Like, even though this isn't a port,
Yeah.
like it's a continuation of a classic video game franchise in Shadowgate, and there's tons of retro nostalgia in the way this game is put together, even though it is a full-on legit VR game.
That's amazing. And you know, it's not only the gameplay, just everything about the game in general that's amazing. It's just listening to Dave talk about it, and you can just feel the passion, right? That's behind it, and it just makes this game so good. And it's also the testers, the people like Mash that spent and Nick and Todd and spent how much time do you guys spend helping him tweak and fine tune this game? I mean, that's you guys are as big of a part of this game being as successful as it is as him almost. I mean, obviously, developers got a little bit more to do with it, but it doesn't get fine tuned like this without you guys. So it's awesome.
Yeah.
Dark
It was
Angel,
months.
Yeah.
Dark Angel popping out the chat, so not to get any spoilers from the trailer.
It's a good idea.
Or
Huh?
no, maybe she's covering up. She's covering up the spiders. That's what she's doing.
Well, you don't have to anymore, Dark Angel, because with the new update, silly spiders.
Yeah. So that's a smart thing too, is they realize that not everybody loves spiders, so you can turn on a mode that it's silly spiders. So it turns all the spiders into different types of Pokemon type of characters.
Yeah.
So it is absolutely not going to freak you out. Although
Yep.
Nick did say that the sound of the skittering spider is still there. So if that freaks you out, it might. I don't know.
Anyway, this is a great game with a lot of depth. Surprising even how you've got these guys that are first time VR developers, but they remind you that sometimes these OG game developers have tricks that that these newer VR devs don't have, because they pulled off I mean, this is a PC game on Quest. Let's just say it. Like, this is a beautiful, deep game. It's incredible. And again, the only negative thing I could even say about it is, it picked the wrong day to come out because, Song of the Smoke's been hyped for 6 months leading into that day. Hopefully, in the subsequent weeks and months, people will try out Shadowgate and realize how good it is.
Yeah.
And he did confirm to me last night too that this is coming to PC and it will be cross-buy.
You know what's cool about another thing when he was talking about this last night was when he was talking about how, like you were talking about the tricks and stuff that they do, Wes, because they can't do the same type of 3D or not. They can do it, but not the same way you can do certain things on PC. But he was talking about how he like layered and stacked different like rocks and stuff to make it look even more in depth, right? Like using those tricks that I guarantee a lot of other developers probably wouldn't even know how they did it. I just think that's cool. So.
Yeah, this game doesn't use like wallpapered textures like the rest of the Quest games seem to all do. I mean, like the walls have individual bricks and 3D depth to them, unlike other Quest games, or at least they appear that way, right? That's the way it looks. It has depth to it when you look at it.
Big Chris says by the way, I love the Gandalf and Frodo VR podcast, longtime watcher. We just brought on Samwise up there in the left-hand corner. We got everybody going here.
That's funny.
That is funny.
Anyway, Dave Marsh, he's been on Eric's his VR Gamer Live chat a couple of times, but a little bird told me that we may not have heard the last from that guy. Like he's probably going to be back around sometime soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, hit the bell and the button if you haven't already. As we move on to the third installment on the Quest release list on the 21st of October for $25, Ragnarok came to us from Wanna Dev Studio. Popular rhythm game here, one that you can go head to head with your friends, and an awesome soundtrack to boot.
Have you gone head to head yet, Wes? This is the thing
I have not.
We keep talking about how cool it would be, and we just don't do it. I want to be a Viking, Wes. I got the beard. I need the hat. I just need to get in there and do some slamming. So
Down, bro. You know me. I'm down all the time.
yeah, it looks cool. And he says the glory hammer. You know who else likes the glory hammer, Wes?
My mom.
Oh, yeah, she does.
Oh wow, Glory Hammer.
Solid game, Eric.
Yeah, this is a cool game, man. Cool game. I mean, the music in this thing is probably some of the best rhythm game based music. Yeah, it's right up my alley. It's like Viking Irish metal. It's awesome. Really cool.
Yeah, a lot of attitude here with this game. Like it oozes attitude, right? Anyway, certainly a deserving spot on the Quest Game of the Month list for that one. As is the next game, another musical inspired, almost rhythm game, but kind of not. Unplugged came to us from another way on the same day, October 21st, for the same price, $25. As original as Ragnarok was with its concept, Unplugged, completely original, nothing like it on any platform. I mean, the closest thing would be Rock Band, right? On flat.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, Ragnarok didn't have Tasselhoff scrambling to make accessories for it like this game did. Because you can actually get the puck and the other piece right now he's made. So this looks pretty cool.
Right. And Ragnarok also didn't have Ozzy and the D, bro.
That's true. That was I'll tell you what, my favorite part of this game, which is ironic. I've never said this about any VR game, the tutorial. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the creative way they did it. It made me want to play it. It was funny. And I really enjoyed my time in this game. So I need to get back into it.
And that dev has a legit Black Label Society jacket hanging on his wall there. Like you can tell that thing's authentic. I'm sure it came from the hands of Zach Wilde himself. I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Yeah, it's cool, but it's no Simon leather jacket.
So. I'll ask him tomorrow.
Oh, you're gonna have Simon on your show?
I wish. I can't. He's big time in me, bro.
Check out that jacket. Look at that Black Label jacket back there. Yeah. There's no way that's something he picked up from a store. I guarantee that was given to him, and that's awesome.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Anyway, that brings us to the 5th and final entry on this month's list. Guys, Song in the Smoke, Shadowgate, Ragnarok, Unplugged. That's a great month. But then we talk about Resident Evil 4 from Armature Studio. Also on the 21st, like the previous two games, also $25, like the previous two games. Oh, wait a minute. Resident Evil 4 wasn't $25, was it?
40.
That's a misprint. That one's $40.
That's an expensive. I mean, a cheap game at $25 for sure.
Yeah. Simply put, the one game that's probably brought me back most often, at least for the last couple of months. This is a game that I keep going back to, even after we finish covering it. Even though we have more stuff to do, I always seem to find a few minutes to squeeze in to progress in this game. And I've never played it before on flat. There's no retro nostalgia going on here for me. But again, this is another one of those games that would potentially end up in that category, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna pull you in. It's definitely a nostalgia game. I mean, they did a really good job of bringing it over the game as it was. I mean, Eric will tell you that he played it through. How many times did you say? 3-4 times flat, right?
3 times, yeah. 3 times to 2 different platforms. Yeah.
So
Jarilla says if this is the best game in VR right now, then VR's dead.
Yeah. It's a weird comment too, because you were saying it was PlayStation 2 game, right? Like since when does it matter what era the game was created? It's not is it a straight port? It's not a straight port. I mean, it's upgraded, the graphics.
These very same guys all love playing Half-Life 2 VR mod, don't they?
Yeah, it's true. But they use keyboard. They don't have full hand presence. Everybody hates full hand presence, Wes.
It's
lame.
Right.
Yeah, why do you want that?
Who likes playing legit VR games, right?
Yeah, no, this game, it's not only a game brought over, and a game brought over well, a game that looks phenomenal. It's a game that's optimized. It's a game the menus are intuitive. They work very well. The management, like Eric was saying, uh, like it actually becomes enjoyable, right? And Wes was saying, I guess you were saying that. I know Eric, you were saying it's more kind of like Tarkov. You know, it's just they made it. They did a very very good job. So much so that even the UI and the menu really blew me away. It's just they did a really good job bringing this game over, and I can't see how I couldn't give this game game of the month, even if it wasn't Resident Evil 4. It's just it was brought over so well. So
Yeah, I tend to lean that way too, which is unfortunate because I feel like any other month, and games like Song of the Smoke and Shadowgate are
hands down.
right there. But I got to be honest, and as much as I enjoyed those games, like they're not bringing me back the same way Resident Evil is. Like I can't stop playing this game, and I mean this is a AAA game for a reason, right? And as much as I love those other great games, I think that my vote goes to Resident Evil 4. Eric, what do you say?
I mean, this game could have went so wrong in so many ways. I mean, I was so nervous leading up to this game because we needed this game to be good. We needed this game to be as good as it is because we need more games like this. And if this game bombed, it just puts another bad taste in your mouth or a developer's mouth about not wanting to do these things. And they did it all right. They did it. They did it right for new people, never played it before, and they did it right for people that played the original and wanted the nostalgia feel, and they didn't want too much of a departure. So, as much as I love Dave Marsh and Shadowgate, I am definitely going with Resident Evil 4.
It was the crazy decision for a lot of these, like for Shadowgate, they already got dicked by being on the same day as Song of the Smoke, right? And then they all got screwed by being in the same month as Resident Evil. It's just the way it is, and it's gonna get crazier and crazier as we get so much good competition. But the main thing is it's not even about anything except that the game is well known, renowned. It's been out on every platform, and like you said, it was well received. Everybody's loving it. They're already talking about other games. There's we were already hearing other games being announced just yesterday. You were saying, right, like the Twilight Zone and stuff. We're gonna start hearing all sorts of shit all over the place, and it's gonna get crazier. We're gonna start hearing Grand Theft Auto 3s all the time over the next year or two. So
Yeah, a game that's definitely selling headsets, Resident Evil 4, and a game that new VR gamers are coming in who love Resident Evil 4 already, playing it in VR and saying what we all know, and that is that this is the best version of this classic game that there ever has been. And us being VR enthusiasts, we already knew that was going to be the case. But it's cool to hear new gamers come in, people who have played this game on every platform, come in and say this is the best. Like this is the best, because other people hear that and then they go out and buy headsets, and then Oprah comes out and says that this is one of my favorite things, and then before you know it, we have the metaverse.
and it hasn't been that way in the past, right? When we had a game that came out, say it was Asgard's Wrath or whatever it was, we raved about it. We said, dude, this has got real physics. This is so cool. And then people that were flat gamers got in there and they played it and they thought, it's okay. Because they weren't into VR. They didn't, you know what I mean? It didn't blow them away the way it blew us away. That's changing. You know what I mean? It's different when I look through, when I'm looking for this video or a video for Resident Evil 4 on YouTube, and I'm seeing channels I've never heard of, and they've got 150,000 viewers, and their videos got 12,000 views, and it's only been up for 20 minutes, and this is like their first shot into VR. That these are people that this is their first time in VR, and this is their first time for their entire audience, and they're gonna see them play. You know what I mean? It's a chain reaction, and it's already started, and there's no way. I mean, it's there's no way to quantify how crazy things are going to get, how fast. I just think it's about to take off in a way that we even I don't even think I'm ready for it. That's
It shows you how important IPs are to adoption, right? Because we have had amazing original IPs in VR through the early days of VR. But I mean, you can bring in a game like this that maybe isn't the game that a Stormland or an Asgard's Wrath is overall, but it's still great, and it's an IP that everyone recognizes. And then it gets people in the headset, it gets people to try it. It's a big deal in these early days of VR, and I don't think that this is lost on meta anymore. Obviously, with Grand Theft Auto being their next big announcement, Splinter Shell and Assassin's Creed coming. Obviously, they have learned that IP is important, and as they continue to use that to grow this platform, I think we're going to see something very similar out of Sony next year. And this is the golden ages that we're getting ready to come into. We're about to come into the best days of VR within the next 2 years, and
Yeah.
I can't wait.
yeah.
Yeah, and how amazing is it that this is the system seller? If this is your first time in VR and this is what you get to play, I mean, how many other crappy games are out there? I want to go give you this game, and they get into it, and they're like, I don't ever want to play VR again.
Right.
It's not going to happen with this game. They're going to try this game, and they're going to love it. And
Yeah.
how much better does it make you feel about San Andreas playing this game?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I mean, these people now. I mean, before they were coming into Beat Saber, which I'm sure is a fun experience for people for a while. But all the headsets are going in the closet. I'm sure those are people who started on Beat Saber, right? Put them into something like this, and then have them try to go back and play a regular video game. It's just not
All
happening,
right.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, deserving winners this month. Again, Resident Evil 4 Quest Game of the Month. PC we had two. Eye of the Temple first place. Lone Echo 2 1A we'll call it. And then PSVR Song of the Smoke, Song in the Smoke. Um, guys, what a month!
Yeah, it's crazy. Good month for VR, right?
Hell yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us on this very special episode. We're going to continue to build on this. Hopefully, by next week, we'll have an outro in place. The outro is not going to be like anything super fancy, but it is going to recognize our patrons and give you guys a chance to say goodbye to one another after we go off the air. You'll see the same outro playing for all of our content. It's going to be a universal thing. Again, it's just a way for you guys to hang out for a little bit longer and a way for us to recognize the people who contribute to building this channel.
Yep.
Those of you who tuned in for the giveaway, again, subscribe, leave a comment down below. We'll be back in a week to draw more winners, and people listening to the audio version, tune in on Sunday to learn how you can win a copy of In Death.
Dark Angel coming in for 650. She wants to be the caboose. You know who else likes to be the caboose? Wes?
My mom.
Strangers of the Night exchanging headsets. We'll be get it right. Calibrate offsets. We'll be sharing data before the night is through. So you're exchanging headsets, huh? How exciting!
Strangers in the night,
Yeah.
exchanging headsets. Will we get it right? Yeah, I got you.
I like it. I like it.
Thank you for the continued support. And
Hell yeah.
once again, one more time, happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Dark. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Happy birthday.
They're also, I was saying that you got to sing it. So, like, I guess we need to do a full intro now, right, for the show where I sing "Strangers in the Night."
Would you do it? You should do it.
No, I quit drinking years ago, bro.
I love it.
Anyway, thanks for hanging out, guys. Stay tuned. So much more. If you like what we've got going on here tonight, you have not seen shit yet. When we first started doing these new logos, like we did the channel logo first, Then we did Strangers in the Night. And when we did Strangers in the Night, I thought it was the best looking setup that we'd done. I liked it better than the original stuff that we did for the channel. Then something happened and we had to redo the channel stuff. We just did this last week.
Oh, he didn't freeze. Oh, wait.
You were
You're
froze
back,
out there.
You're back.
Anyway, I was saying, when we originally did the logos, I liked the Strangers in the Night better than the channel logo. But then we had to redo it. Just this past week, we redid all the original channel stuff that we're about to start rolling out and roll out on Sunday. And now that we've had to redo the Virtual Strangers logo, I think I might like the stuff on that show even better than this stuff. Like, this turned out really well. I think I like the Sunday stuff better.
I think it looks good. I think everything looks good. Can't wait to
It's
showcase
amazing.
it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with all of it. And again, thanks to everyone who has supported us up to this point. We're going to continue to build. This is the first step in one of many. I really truly feel like this is us coming out of early access, going into full release. And up until this point, it's all been just about learning how to do this. Now I feel like we know how to do it. We know what to do. It's all about having the time and resources to get it done. But we're going to keep on trucking. We're going to keep on improving until everyone in the world knows that this is the best podcast discussion based VR content in the world today. Virtual Strangers. Thank you very much.
Best kept secret on YouTube. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Anyway, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the button and the bell to stay up with all of our content. Discord, down in the description below. You're going to want to join the Discord. We're going to need help choosing categories and then choosing winners for the year-end show, which is coming up super fast. And one more time, if you like what we're doing here, you would like to contribute, pledge monthly, there's a link down there to our Patreon, where you're $3 per month. That's all we ask. $3 gives you access to our weekly show notes, gives you access to insider updates, gives you access to exclusive content, all that for less than $1 a week. And you can see what we're doing with it here. We're doing real shit to get better. So
that's it. Every dollar donated is why we have any of this done. So we appreciate it. So
Big Chris says, do you guys need me to do your theme song? Hey, just because this show doesn't have a theme song don't mean we don't have a theme song, bro. Tune in on Sunday. Hopefully we'll have that done. Like that's still in flux. I'm still working on that part, but a little bird told me there might be a theme song on Sunday. There just might. So
yeah.
Sounds good.
If there's not this Sunday, I guarantee there will be the next one. So there you go.
Cool.
You guys are gonna dig it. We got our shit. Our ducks are lining up nicely. So again, hit that bell, hit that button. There's only more and more to come from here. So
yep.
Again, with that said, friends, we'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Ruuts and Eric, aka Mark, I'm Wes. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye now.
Take it easy.
We'll see you later.
Big Chris says bull.